G'day everybody, welcome to a lovely day down at the beach with the boys from VCS English. It's been a big weekend. We're just a little bit knackered, so we've come down to the VCS English private beach to have a little bit of sun, sand and surf. Of course, my name is Everyday. With me is Vinnie having a bit of a relax and Yulwei building his draft castle. How are we feeling today, boys?
Having a good time. Just chilling.
Yeah,
Just
good.
chilling.
I started building the castle, so I hope it gets ready, or at least in shape when when Percent starts their game, because they really need my castle.
they really need some help to build their draft castle. So we are, of course, starting out with OPG taking on GAM. And look, boys, I don't think there's a way to sugarcoat it. OPG is just the best team in the league, and they're about to run them over.
Yeah. GAM, DO1, Levi, you had a good run, but it's time for you to retire. The OPG is just too good.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
Sorry,
yeah.
boys.
DO1 is basically a PhD imposter, right? They
Yeah.
do the same thing, but PhD's just better. What
Yeah,
can you
he's
say?
just diet PhD.
Yeah, pick Lucian and go ham. That's all you need.
No, of course, we are joking. This Series 1 is going to be a little bit one-sided to GAM. They are potentially the best team in the league at the moment, definitely in the conversation for that title, and OPG is very clearly the worst. There's not even a discussion there. So, what do we reckon? How long is this series going to take? What are the bets?
3 games, 90 minutes long each. No, probably not that long. I don't know. 40 minutes all up.
I feel like GAM will stomp game 1, and then game 2 they'll take it lightly. Maybe sub in 𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗃, or maybe 𝗂𝗂𝗃𝗃𝗃. 𝗂𝗃𝗃 is not on the team anymore.
Or
𝗂𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃, and have a little bit of fun. So I'd say 52 minutes overall.
Alright. So still a quick one, for sure. Yeah, it is going to be quick. I'm gonna guess 46 minutes. About 23 minutes a win.
That's aggressive.
It is aggressive, but I think the first game might be under 20 minutes. I think the first game could very well be under 20 minutes. But I might be betrayed.
Cosplays on, everybody.
Yeah. I mean, I might be betrayed by GAM playing with their food a little bit.
Yeah, GAM trolling is always it's always a possibility, but
yeah. So, I mean, it's hard to do any real analysis on this matchup because what is there even to say? But what are we looking out for? Can OPG, at least, if they play well in maybe an early game, they can prove something, I guess?
Yeah.
I guess.
I mean, I think it's more about the individual players standing up to GAM's players. I think it's a very long shot to even win a game here for OPG.
Yeah.
But it could be nice to see, let's say, 𝗀𝗃𝗃 stepping up and having a good performance against 𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗃, or even PhD playing a good laning phase, maybe even solo killing DR1. Same, of course, goes for the top laner, whoever is going to play today. We don't know.
hopefully so.
But yeah, it's just an individual test, I feel like, for most of the players. As a team, they don't really have a chance to win today, but maybe some people can show us good performances, and yeah.
Maybe. I mean, let's. I guess we'll get talking about OPG out of the way. Who are you watching on this team? Who do you have a little bit of faith in? Yulwei, if you want to have a chat.
So, the player I like most on this team is DK. I felt like he had some very good performances, especially on his Nidalee. I want to see if he can maybe challenge Levi here, and then, of course, with OPG, you always watch mid lane, you always watch PhD. Most of the time for his ints, but sometimes for his genius plays. So
Yeah.
let's see what it's going to be today.
It's going to be 2 mid laners that really love going for solo kills, so that should be some fun.
Oh, yeah.
What about you, Vinny? Who are you watching on GAM? I mean, there's some pretty obvious answers, but I'll let you give them anyway.
I mean, normally I would be pointing in towards the top side, of course, but with Jisoo actually seems to be in. He's sitting on stage right now, it looks like.
Okay.
Unless Easy Love has gotten a haircut.
Definitely not 𝗚𝗔𝗃𝗍. I'm
and
not sure who
glasses.
it is. I think it's
Yeah.
Jisoo, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm interested to see how that bot lane goes. I still think 𝗚𝗔𝗃𝗍 is the better player, and improves the team in terms of macro wise a lot. So they're definitely playing with their feet a bit. It looks like here. So we might just be looking at Dia and Kiaya to put on the styling pants and just run them over mechanically.
I'm keen.
I'm for Fiddlesticks today. Do you reckon we finally get to see the Fiddlesticks?
I think Levi will want to play his more flashy junglers. Fiddlesticks is fun, but he doesn't have mechanics. You just go in
Fair enough.
and give people the suck.
Unless we see Slay Fiddlesticks or something fun like that.
Slay sticks.
Kiaya Fiddlesticks.
He's banned the Fiddlesticks a lot. It was banned against him in PSC, so maybe.
Yeah, that was a long time
Then,
ago. Yeah. I think Fiddlesticks is almost exclusively a laner in pro play these days.
Sad times. The one spellbook jungle Fiddlesticks from Razork was super cool in LEC. He just teleported behind people and then flanked from the lane, just teleporting in.
That's hilarious.
Okay, that's
That's
awesome.
Genius. What the hell? I didn't watch that game. I need to watch that.
So cool.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, definitely need to watch that one.
Yeah, they stomped Mad Lions in like 25 minutes.
Jeez, all right. What other picks would we like to see? Vinny, what are you looking for GAM to bring out?
Something interesting in the top lane.
𝗀𝗃.
Something.
Go back to Kiaya 𝗀𝗃.
Yeah, give Kiaya 𝗀𝗃 would be fun. Give me some Riven. Let's go all in on Solid here. Give me
Riven got buffed, right?
Yeah.
He did.
Is it 1014 or 1015? I think 1014.
I think that might have actually been 1015, but
no, I think Riven was 1014. So she's actually already a little bit stronger. Doesn't really strike me as a Kiaya champion though.
No, it doesn't. Thinking more about it, but all right. So, Riven jungle, come on, Levi.
I could see that.
Or Riven mid.
That
I don't know.
Just give us the Riven. That's what we want. We want the big mechanical outplay.
I want big flashy things. That's what I want. None of this 𝗚𝗔𝗃𝗍𝗏 for Kiaya. None of this Malphite for Kiaya.
If they pick 𝗚𝗔𝗃𝗍𝗏 in this matchup, I'll be actually furious.
As for slightly more meta champs, I know Wukong.
Where are your cameras from? Come back.
Going to get chips. We'll be back in a moment.
There we are. Now Yulwei's back, I think.
Hey,
welcome back, Yulwei. Now we just have to get Vinny back. There we go. He's returned. He just off to get got chased off by the seagulls there for a little bit, but we're all right. So Yulwei, what picks are you keen for? What do you think they'll go for? We know GAM loves to GAM is not the type to take a series like this ultra seriously. We are heading into draft, so we'll find out.
I would really like to see some cool champs from Levi, some new AP junglers. We've seen enough AP Shyvana, we've now seen the Karthus ones. Give me some more niche picks. Give me the Teemo, for example, very good jungler. The Zyra. What else could he go for? Taliyah, maybe? It was one of his champs he liked to play.
If he wants to be a little bit more supportive, Morgana. I don't know.
Morgana is pretty boring, though.
Yeah, it's boring, but I'm just throwing out AP junglers, all right? Brand jungle, let's go.
Brand jungle, yeah,
let's go. Unfortunately, the bands are not looking quite that sort of level of fun, and what's our first pick going to be? There you go.
I mean,
that throws down the gauntlet somewhat.
Yeah, there was 𝗀𝗃𝗀𝗃𝗀, the Pentakill champion from Dia 1, so it makes sense he wants to go back to that.
Oh, apparently you guys are ahead of me, because it's only just been locked in for me.
I mean,
might just crack
it wasn't locked in too long ago, but
might just crack the 2x speed. We'll race through draft to make sure we're all synced. This is going to be Graves picked up there for OPG.
No Nidalee, which has been DK's best champion by a long
surprising.
shot.
So now Nidalee for Levi, very obvious, of course, because Nidalee is very good into Graves. Also another AP jungler, and I don't mind Nidalee for Levi.
Looks like it's going to be
nice and
Thresh
mechanical,
as well.
I suppose.
There we go. Thresh locked in. Oh, right. No. What do we?
Yeah.
GAM? I mean, this is looking kind of standard for them at the moment.
It's looking standard, but they're still mechanically fun champions.
Yeah.
You get to there's outplay potential, so we'll see how the comp rounds out if they go for a full-on style on new comp, or they actually round it out with some, an Ashe and a beefier front line. But
It's Simon in, by the way. We could see some weird shenanigans in the top lane. I think they desperately need some AP champions here. OPG there is. So where are we looking for the AP? They could Karma is banned. They could just go control mage for PHT or back to the Akali.
You could put in a like an AP champion for Xin, and then have Senna supporting there. And yeah, those two bans make sense with Jisoo. Those are the only two champs he's played. So take those away. Force him onto something else.
To be fair, Senna hasn't really been played much as support. She's definitely back to the ADC position for most people. So don't really expect that to happen. They banned away the 𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗀𝗃. Of course, that's another PHT stable there. Rice coming in.
Oh, I think about the 𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗃. What? I got very confused.
The matchup going into it, saving the counter pick for Simon, rather. It's because it's actually probably going to be set in the bot lane. I just realized.
Yeah, it'll be Senna set.
The problem is counter picking 𝗂𝗧 isn't really super useful because he's so good in lane that he's going to win lane anyway. So let's see.
I'm very interested to see what 𝗂𝗧 goes towards. If he goes
good champ to set up the early ganks from Italy.
That's not the fun one. That's the upset.
I mean, I don't really mind this together with Nidalee, I have to say, though. It should set up Nidalee for success early ganks. It's kind of hard to play against that.
Yeah.
That's true.
Does depend on what Simon wants to take into it, because you can if you pick something with the ability to sort of keep VolleyBear at arm's length, Nidalee can't follow up on anything because there's nothing to follow up on. So could see something like a Cannon, or even I think even a Quinn maybe wouldn't be that bad.
Quinn would be fun.
It would be a lot of ADCs. Okay, instead it's back to Wukong. Okay.
Alright.
Not that much fun.
Oh well.
We've seen this enough.
I mean, I don't mind 𝗂𝗧 playing VolleyBear. He's good enough to play volley. The rest of the VCS isn't allowed to play him top.
At this point, the only one I'm allowing to play it is 𝗬𝗃, because he's at least had a good game on it.
That's true.
But let's turn the nameplates off for a moment and look at these comps. Vinny, what do you think of the OPG comp? Nameplates off?
Nameplates off. Overall, the OPG comp kind of lacks a little bit of engage, and most of it plays really, really badly into the Aphelios pick, because you've got the very, very short range, except for the Senna, in theory, though she starts off kind of low range. It's a reasonably well put together comp, but you are lacking that engage to start the team fights you want to take.
Yeah. And Yulwei, what's your opinion on the GAM comp? Nameplates off?
Very short ranged on their side too. They have Lucian and
true.
Lucian and Aphelios, not the most long range champs ever, together with 𝗂𝗧 on a very binary champion in top lane. It's basically win game, especially from the top side for GAM. Bot side is a little bit of the insurance policy, but then again, can he ever hit targets against stuff like Senna? I've actually come to the opinion that Aphelios kind of struggles into Senna in late game, because Senna just controls the space so much better. Let's see what 𝗎𝗔 can do.
Neither of these comps have really great engage, do they?
Yeah, that's true.
There's a Wukong, but...
There's a Wukong and there's a Thresh.
I feel like GAM hasn't really drafted for a comp. It's much more what they want to play in lanes, especially when you look at mid lane, of course, Lucian. coming in.
That's tier 1 every game.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense though.
Yeah.
They are the best laning team, so why not?
It's true. And normally, this is where I'd be telling Vinny to go get buggered, but because it's a bit more of a chill series here, did not think that sentence through before I said it.
No, you really didn't.
I really didn't. Moving swiftly on. This is normally where I'd be telling Vinny to go away. But because this is a bit more of a one-sided series, we're just going to be a little bit more relaxed. Vinny will be sticking around. We're bringing you the TriCast special here on VCS English. And, well, there's no team fight, so muting my mic. Take it away, boys.
No team fights. I think you'll get a lot of team fights later on,
exactly. There's not one right now, so I'm saving myself.
It's a standard sort of. They started off with a standard 5-point look. Dia's getting the
look at
dash
that,
on,
man.
and early pressure out of the Lucian's just too much for Rise. What's he gonna do?
Yeah, that's rough.
Leash for the Nidalee to give her that extra speed against Graves, who's going leashless, is probably isn't a bad idea to get Levi that early pressure going. So.
Yeah, Nidalee overall is just a little bit faster in the jungle. The Graves is super healthy, of course. He doesn't really lose. Okay, that lands.
Ooh,
it lands.
Bit of poke.
Looks like they didn't expect it to land. They're like, oh, all right. Whoops.
Yeah, PhD actually pretty low now. He's only on 1 stack potion remaining.
Ooh, bit of a fight down here in the bot lane. Zin's super aggressive, but they're just taking so much damage on the way out. He's just walking at us.
Walked up to it.
Menacingly. He just took so much damage, but he's set, right? That's fine. He regens up so quick. Regen.
I mean, it's not that quickly anymore.
True.
It's actually in a little bit of a bad spot now.
But it's 1 pot blown compared to 2 pots blown.
That's fair.
From Slay. So you won the trade.
Why did they use 2 pots there? What? Okay.
That's a questionable decision. DK spotted on that ward. As Levi's done a bit of counter jungling, has taken a few camps away, and now he's got his whole top side to clear, as well as a nice little crab.
So he should get to level 4-5 to gank top lane again. Of course, 𝗀𝗃𝗃 is going to perma push because this champ can only push. Another reason why he shouldn't be played top lane. But
screw VCS. All my homies hate VCS.
I think Simon should be fine for the next few.
Yeah. Oh, VCS. You look menacing, but that's about all you do.
I have to make that image now. Yeah, I mean, look, again, it's 𝗀𝗃𝗃. 𝗀𝗃𝗃 will make it work, I'm sure. Like, Simon has been...
Look at the CS deficit.
Yeah, exactly. Simon has actually been an improvement for OPG. I haven't actually hated him. Ooh, DK, that's so annoying. Oh my god. Oh, PHT and Dia1 having a scrap, but there's a lot of minions on Dia1 there. Be careful, son.
Yeah.
He has ignite though. He has extra damage on the
ignite. He's gone for it. There it is. It might not be enough. I don't think he'll quite burn down. Or he will. Yulwei knows his thresholds. Has to get away from DK though, and can't quite do it.
That did not seem like he should have died there, but did. Dia knows.
It was ignite plus corrupting pot extra damage, so that's quite a lot of damage. I think also some minions were still firing at him, so yeah.
Yeah, fair. But Graves was there, so Dio basically figured out he was going to die anyway. Might as well get first.
Yeah.
Look at that back for PhD. That is so horrible. He's not even on tier yet. He has no teleport to cheat another recall, so he's now in a very bad spot.
He's in a very, as you said, a pretty horrific spot. Dia didn't add too many combat stats at the very least. A Slay hooks a minion, which means Xin decided to have a little poke forward. That should just be the reset for GAM's bot lane. Let's have a look at this replay here. How does the solo kill Maestro keep on doing it?
It looks like
Also, still the
the
extra
PTA
damage
is
from
still on.
PTA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, time's
Oh
off
no, it's
there.
actually
Um,
okay. Where's it off? So
Oh, he hits that
he gets the
Q through the
Q
minion.
damage.
Yeah, that's why he went.
yeah.
And there we go. Yeah, actually pretty close, but yeah, I think that is
Like
the Q hitting, and then he still had an E and double shot available plus ignite. So that's
yeah.
where he pressed the button.
In fact, press the buttons and the death happened. On the
Fact, that is.
PhD.
Vinnie
What
gives us
happens
a
in
very
this game.
good summation of League of Legends. You press
Yeah.
the button and the video game happens.
You press the buttons and PhD dies.
Oh, Simon should be there here.
Ooh, so
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
got the
ultimate.
cyclone.
Yeah.
They turn the tower off. He does get the stun, and oh, just God, no chance. He even goes for the flash.
Levi.
that didn't seem particularly necessary. As Levi gets himself a kill, we have gotten insider information as well that 𝗬𝗏 accidentally slammed a door on Levi's thumb last night, so he won't be getting ganks. Let's be real. To be like, I want to stress the word accidentally.
That it.
I want to stress the word accidentally, just so people don't be stupid.
That actually happened. Okay.
Yeah, no, it actually happened. He apparently just accidentally slammed a door and hit Levi's thumb.
Ooh,
Yeah,
sounds painful.
does.
But yeah, this stuff is not very interesting because Simon just.
very easy.
I mean,
The
Why didn't you
most
do-
interesting thing was that Levi tried to jump while the cyclone was still spinning.
That's
Got
true.
interrupted.
Well, I'm not quite sure why Simon didn't
hello,
just
wait a
you
minute.
the
Is
gate.
𝗬𝗏 and Levi are behind enemy lines, but they get away. No worries. I mean, like,
That's a tiny
At
bit
least-
of a gold lead and it's CS advantage there in the top lane. Just
just
minor.
Just a tiny one. Yeah, just a few items difference.
I don't know. You said this jungle matchup was good, but I don't know what to tell you. Levi's down a whole CS, and that's
Oh,
massive.
no.
That's
Oh, it's
like
over.
a ward.
It's just
Over.
GAM. Why aren't you picking up DK? He's a CS ahead.
That's like 10 whole gold that's not going, that Levi doesn't have in this supposed counter matchup.
Ridiculous.
Weak. As I said earlier, Levi, you got to retire, mate. It's over for you.
Past your prime, mate. Being serious for just a moment, I am happy to at least see a team actually playing around 𝗀𝗿𝗵𝗴 level 6 on a dive. It sounds so
That is
obvious,
nice.
but they just don't do it. I'm not actually sure who
a
got
lot
that
of-
chicken because the stream struggled there for a moment. PHT's in some trouble. There comes the culling, but the center ult to back them
Center?
up. 𝗬𝗏's got to get on the run. Oh my god, that heal just about saves him. Oh, and DK can't get the shell through. Oh, he finally does, but Levi gets the counter kill. Slay is here for the flay as he charges on forward, but they won't find anything more.
Finally, we get some action here. Both teams are very high on our combined kills per minute. I think OPG is the second highest at 0.96 and 0.97. Unbelievably high numbers.
And that's second.
So, yeah. Yes, I think 𝗪𝗔𝗵 is number one, by the way. Not
Yeah.
GAM. It's
Wow.
𝗪𝗔𝗵. Yeah, so the two bottom teams have the highest combined kills per minute.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Hey, they're not like FTV anymore. They just fight all the time. So at least
Wait, is it
least their games
the
are fun.
teams or the games involving those teams?
No, it's combined kills per minute.
Yeah,
So
both
okay.
teams.
for both teams.
Oh, okay.
𝗬𝗏
So
missed the
it's
W
just them
there.
being killed over and over again. Is
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
hearing.
it is.
Look at
Oh,
this.
Levi.
Levi nearly
what
saves
the-
him.
What was that?
He nearly saves him though. If he hadn't gone for that damage, he could have blocked another shot from Graves.
It's true. The flash was still very bad.
It's true.
You can't block collateral damage. You can only block the normal auto
You
attack.
can
He
reduce
flashed-
the
You
distance.
can reduce the damage.
You can reduce the distance, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, bringing up your point on the 𝗀𝗵𝗴, which is a while ago now, a lot of
Nothing else happened.
teams are playing it as just like a self-sufficient top laner. It does its own thing. It will beat the lane. It can dive in theory, but it can't really dive 1v1 because that's just asking for trouble in a professional setting.
Yep.
The situation has to be very good for you to actually pull off that 1v1 dive. So just take your jungler up there and break the lane.
And what doesn't make sense about that, to me at least, is that 𝗁𝗲𝗿 isn't really well scaling champion, right? If you have a Gangplank and put him on his top lane and isolate the top lane, yeah, fine. You have the Gangplank scaling. That's nice.
Yeah.
If you do the same with any kind of tank or let's say bruiser that scales into side lane, fine. You just want to isolate top lane so you can farm up. But 𝗁𝗲𝗿 with 200 CS is not really that great for your team.
Yeah,
So,
I agree, and I don't know why they keep picking it as a self-sufficient top laner.
Yeah, I really don't know
not a
either.
self-sufficient top laner.
Yeah, it's a bit weird.
Like, it can get leads for itself, but it can't get big enough leads for it to scale properly or to counter the lack of scaling that
It's basically ultra Renekton.
Do you guys reckon that during a game like this, GAM sits in a different Discord channel from Jisoo? Do you reckon they let him join the Discord? Because he's not allowed to join in any of the fun. I don't reckon they let him talk to them either. He just said, just go sit over there, man. Like, we had to invite you to the party because you're the host brother, but we didn't really want you here.
I mean, that's why Xin is not on the team anymore, because he talked too much. We know that's actually the case.
That's actually the case, by the way. Oh my god, Dia! What's he doing? He just dashes over the wall. The showstopper will come out. Xin has access to a big shield. He rips the culling out. Dia's having fun. I love it so much. Now, they're going to keep on going.
He wants more. He wants more.
He always wants more, Yulwei. That's a redundant statement.
You flung him the wrong way. You get. Oh,
that showstopper literally just saved him.
There's not even loyalty to Dia. Dia one GAM when Xin was.
Kiaya gets over the wall near that red buff, and it is going to be one dragon apiece as GAM picks up the Cloud Drake, and we head. Oh, perfect rift for a game like this. We've got the fire.
By the way, we are looking at a 3k gold lead at 12 minutes, just quietly. There hasn't really been much action, but it's just a 3k gold lead for GAM out of nowhere.
I mean, look at top lane. It's a 40 CS
top lane, of course.
For no reason.
So the first turret with all 5 platings down at like 9 minutes, 8 minutes?
Like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kiaya.
He's onto the second one as well.
He's a big boy.
I'm very disappointed with this build, though. Full tank.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, man.
That hurts a little bit. I guess it's into Wukong. I guess it kind of makes sense.
No,
at least he didn't do a Zeros. Get that magic resist, boys. We're up against a Wukong. We need MR.
Like,
it also kind of makes sense with all the damage dealers on his team, right? He has double ADC and Nidalee, so they kind of need a front line. Makes a little bit of sense, but still disappointing.
It's true.
Yeah. Imagine how much deeper that could be. This gold lead could be if that instead of a Sunfire Cape, that was a Triforce. It could. That would not be good for the monkey. It would be like the opening to the second Indiana
Also not
Jones
good for the
movie.
turret, I feel. The turret will probably die instantly.
The turret will be having a terrible time with it as well. You're not wrong.
Well, take a look at Levi's itemization, by the way. 2 items done at 13 minutes something. No boots. Who needs boots?
Full damage with the roller. Love to see it. Jisoo,
Where's
not
the
being
Magi?
involved
I
in
need
anything,
the Magi.
can't finish his IE.
I want him to just forgo the boots and go doing Magi's for the speed boost. You don't need boots.
No, who needs boots? Boots are for nerds. Oh, Slay having a bit of a poke
Boots,
in.
Or you could go for the
Very bad pink ward, by the way.
The Wisp going.
What is going on with VCS teams and not knowing where to place pink wards?
Laziness?
My.
Yeah.
Just put it like 2 centimeters deeper into the pit, then it actually can see all the wards in the pit. That position is so dumb and useless. Why is that?
It's a bit of a shocker. Very, very basic thing that they should be getting right, but hey, we're watching GAM versus OPG. We did not come here for clean League of Legends.
I mean, it's also worth mentioning it. You look at how much bot control the GAM bot lane has, and then you see they didn't even bother to put the pink ward in the actual try.
Yeah.
So
That's
Well,
hilarious.
OPG actually invested a lot of vision into Dragon or bot side river a few minutes ago. GAM spent a lot of time clearing all the pink wards. 𝗀𝗄𝗃, I saw that.
he's fine. He's
Can we-
fine. He's only
Spoods,
1 and
if you're
2.
watching the stream, can you get us a graphic to count missed cannons spotted on stream?
Oh yeah, we need a bot.
Yeah, can we get a bot that counts that I can press a button and it'll count the missed cannons? Because it happens too often. We always spot it. The observers are bad at spotting fights in side lanes, but goddamn, can they see a missed cannon coming?
They are on point for the cannons, man. Can this be an inhibitor with this Herald? If you
Drop it.
If you
top.
surprise OPG and use the top lane, you might be able to break an inhibitor here.
I reckon if they spawn it,
Maybe.
if they do it when the next Drake spawns, it'll be an inhib. So I think
Yeah,
all
it
of
could be.
OPG will go to the Drake.
They always do. They contest every objective.
That was
It's
such a
OPG.
lazy
Contest that
smite. It was such a
No one
lazy
was
smite.
coming.
I know,
Everyone's
but
on
it was
vision.
still so lazy. It doesn't
Everyone's
matter.
on vision.
It doesn't matter, but it
He's
is
chilling
lazy.
too.
Graves wasn't gonna make it.
He's dropping the Herald mid, so probably no inhib, but it will be the mid tower, assuming it gets its
Maybe.
charge off, which it will. Ooh, it's
Um,
taking a lot of damage. Okay.
Um,
Not the best Herald there, Levi. That was a bit of a shocker. Not happy.
if he had just spotted in his wave, that would have
Yeah.
gone through. Oh, no.
Alright. That's for the thumb. No mid tower break for you.
But we do have our Herald in a couple of seconds. OPG actually taking resets as it spawns. Are OPG about to not fight for an objective? Yulwei, they're leveling up their play. Look at this.
Oh.
OPG, they're a new team.
Look at this
Are they-
evolution.
Are they leveling up their play or are they just FTVing it? That's the question. Because-
Good point. We've got
It's not
lethality
like
Graves, by the way.
it's not like they're trading it for anything. Sure,
They
it's a
might be
little
able
bit
to
of
get
damage
top
on the
lane
top
turret.
tower, and with Graves coming up, no, it won't be. Not with Dia here to
He can
so,
almost
clean up.
1v2.
Actually, no, they might be baiting him in.
He can almost 1v2
No.
this. He's 40 CS ahead of the Wukong.
Yeah, he has Flash and Ignite available. He could try to go for something.
I don't think so with the 2-in-1 Graves. Oh,
Yeah,
So-
true. With a Ghost Blade already done. Actually, I think the Ghost Blade was completed on the recall. But
Yeah, he
still.
just
was.
finished the Ghost
Yeah.
Blade. So double lethality. So will we see some armor?
Well,
How are they
yes,
ever going to
we
kill
will.
𝗀𝗃?
how does 𝗀𝗃 rise? I guess kills 𝗀𝗃.
Yeah, I guess Rice can kill 𝗀𝗃.
I mean,
Rise.
I mean,
the
let's
Black
just say
Cleaver.
if we get a fight from a rise like we did last night, you guys better be ready for my count impression. I'm gonna be bringing
One.
out the count. 1, Two missed overloads. But we're not there yet. We aren't seeing the return of the artichoke.
Hey,
Well,
PhD is
we
actually
can't
very
see
good
him
at
this-
Rice.
Yeah,
though.
he is. He's actually a good rise. He's out farming Dia, partly because Dia's just been walking around the map looking for kills. But hey, you take what you can get.
Levi just finished his third item, by the way, at 19 minutes.
Still no boots.
He's going
Yeah,
for a
Still
cheap
no
build-
boots.
cheap build though.
It's a cheap build for sure, but still, my god, that's a lot of items.
Who needs boots, dude? I mean, to be fair, Nidalee gets ripped off on boots. She buys one pair, but she's got 4 feet, like a lot of the time.
And she transforms back and forth too. Like,
Yeah.
it's way too annoying to always put the boots on, right? Like
Yeah.
you need to put the boots on when you're back in human form, then you get rid of them back in the cougar form.
Ooh,
So
a little bit of an
understand that.
engage potential here. Realm Warp comes out. Dia 1
because
is
she
getting
flashed.
caught out. There's the Cyclone. Dia 1's the target. Can they find him? No, not quite yet. He rips out the culling, and he's not going to go dying. 𝗀𝗃 actually jumps into the fight. Wow, I didn't know you could do that with volley ult. And they will kill the Simon. As then they want round 2.
Oh,
Of course,
yeah.
they're going to keep on
Next
going.
Q.
Flash forward. There's a Q from 𝗀𝗃. Slay goes gold. Big bit of true damage out of Xin. But they're kiting this one out. Dia 1 has somehow gotten up to near full health. PHT takes a spear. Vit will get on top of GC and get something back. 𝗀𝗃's got to get out. But there's the big spear to protect the bear. Dia 1 tries to go on Vit, but he will be the one that gets away.
Hey, 𝗔𝗂 finally wanted to do something here. He just decided to flash into the backline and insta-die. Nice. Good job, 𝗔𝗂.
Slay
Good job.
And he would have gotten away with it too if Slay hadn't flayed 𝗀𝗏 forward to get the kill.
Yeah.
Sorry, might have been
Actually did
DK.
that.
But
Let's have a look at this one. Vinny, break it down for us.
so 𝗀𝗏's out of position, and it's really unlucky that they just aren't able to finish him off. Got the potions ticking, and then Simon's just overextended, and it's an easy kill from
He's
there.
already back to like
With
a
the
quarter health.
second engage, it's just they just flash onto it. There's no
𝗔𝗂.
peel left.
Yeah, let's
And
have a look
then
at 𝗔𝗂 on this
𝗔𝗂,
affiliate. Oh my god!
𝗔𝗂 flashes in with the wrong gun open. And yeah. Levi just saves.
Exquisite affiliates play.
Absolutely.
If he had the red gun equipped, I get it, but he flashed forward with the 𝗀𝗏 still equipped, and it just was like, aha! Oh no.
Yeah, the problem
What do I
also
do?
is that 𝗀𝗏 actually denies you the red gun target, right? So he changed
Yeah,
to red
that's
gun,
true.
tried to activate his onslaught, but then 𝗀𝗏 just went invisible, and he was like, "Yep, unlucky."
Is that the one 𝗀𝗏 ability name you know?
Yes.
One more than me.
Yes.
You bothered to learn them?
No, I remember we were talking about them once and Onslaught stuck in our head. There's another engage though. The Realm Warp did come out. Levi's the target. Can he get away? Pops the heal on himself. If only he had boots, he couldn't get away. Oh, he did actually have them. I'm telling a lie. There's a little bit of 200 years as 𝗔𝗂 makes up for his earlier mistakes. Throws in the flamethrower. Simon's the next one to go down. Xin in the middle of the enemy team doing some zones, but gets a big shield. But he'll be going down to 𝗔𝗂, so we have to look over here as PHT's next target. Vit will go down. That flamethrower did way too much damage. And it's going to be the ace. It's going to be the Baron.
And 𝗔𝗂 redeeming himself big time. What a nice fight from 𝗔𝗂.
Yeah.
Without flash. He even got caught by Xin, and now finally showing his ADC qualities. Nice.
Yeah.
And
Main team win.
it wasn't a huge catch by Xin. He dumped the bear on top of him, but he didn't actually find a facebreaker stun, so it just sort of jumped in and died.
Set support.
Set support. Yeah, it's when you're behind with phase rush, it's really rough. And again, it's just OPG finding good picks, but the wallet is just kind of too big at this point. It
This
feels
is a really
like,
nice
'cause-
Aphelios ult.
Also,
Yeah, it was a
Yeah.
great all out of Aphelios there. But
but look at 𝗔𝗂's
Levi was
positioning.
able
No
to
one can
stifle
threaten
way
him.
too
He's
long.
so safe in the backline. It's perfect.
Yeah, see, because 𝗀𝗏 ults as the facebreaker happens, so he doesn't actually get pulled in, and 𝗔𝗂 just gets bumped around a bit. He's like, okay, I'll kill you now.
360
then-
damage.
That
Crit on
weapon
the end
management too. You saw the extra damage from flamethrower come into effect there. 10% extra damage, and instead of 300 per crit, he just hit him for 360. So, well played.
Yeah.
Very well played.
Also, he crit with every single auto attack, by the way. So, good ADC. Good ADC.
Great
Crit
mechanic,
is
great
wonderful
mechanic.
like that. Great, yeah.
Yeah, it's the best mechanic in the game. Reward skillful play.
Yeah, crit, it's up there
To
with
the
the,
one
in the
fighter from
high
TSM.
echelons.
What?
2014 in the TSM, winning the finals just because of 4 crits in a row.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I remember
yeah.
that. Oh, good God. Yeah, crit is
Yeah.
definitely a mechanic that's in the game that we really all love.
Crit, it's up there with the highest echelons of mechanics, like Yumi's passive, or Yumi's W, wind wall, those sort of things.
Yeah, the things we all really love. Yasuo, just in general. I know you already said Windwall, but
So
I just want to stress how much we love
Yasuo. No, look, Yasuo was so good they made him twice.
I do love that one of the developers that was making him literally came out and said we wanted to we made Yone to specifically reduce Yasuo's popularity. Specifically to reduce Yasuo's popularity. That's why they're so similar. Because Yasuo is the highest played champ in the game, and there was a period of time in Korean Challenger, he had a 200% ban rate. 200%. Both teams banning him every game.
And especially for Vietnam, he's actually by far the most played, right? He's always been the Vietnam champion.
Yeah, as far as I know. Like, he's got ridiculously high play rate on every server, because you feel so cool playing him, even when you're going 0-10.
I mean, you have to unlock your power spike.
Well, yeah, that's when you hit your power spike.
I've actually gotten to not mind Yasuo as much anymore. Like, I hate laning against Yasuo, but if he's anywhere else, it's like,
yeah, I
whatever.
mean, I don't ban him.
He does this one thing, and then he's gone. It's like,
Yes, yeah. I mean, when
I play
Yasuo,
Mordecai. I'm happy to play
like
against
his
Yasuo.
I really just don't like his passive mostly.
We do have a bit of a fight
Windwall.
coming on, as there is actually no Yasuo in this game, guys, just by the way. Senna ult comes in, 𝗀𝗃𝗏 dives in to counter. 𝗬𝗺𝗃 ult doesn't hit much of anything, and now GAM are on some low health bars, but do you think 𝐷1 and Levi care? Of course they don't, as they will chase down for another kill. That should be another inhibitor, and we might be coming to the end of this game. It took longer than expected, but...
𝗀𝗃𝗏 is teleport. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. Yep, this is going to be the game for sure. 𝗀𝗃𝗏, he's a big old bear running on forward. Can he find his big blue house? No, not quite, as he does get lanterned out. Does he have ult? No, of course not. Just got used. They are hitting onto these towers. The health bars are getting a little bit low. 17 seconds on Rise. 6 on the Wukong. As Xin goes down. There they go. 𝗀𝗃𝗏 wants to clean up the kills. DK falls. The Nexus is exposed. And again, it took longer than we expected, but of course, GAM take the win. And boys, we're going to have a little bit of a break. We'll come back soon. We've got to head down to the beach bar, get ourselves some drinks, reapply our sunscreen. But we'll see you guys in just a couple minutes. Aloha and welcome back to the VCS English Private Beach. We hope you're enjoying your stay here at the VCS English Resort. We provide all amenities except we don't provide food, drinks, a hotel room, or really anything. But other than that, it's all covered just by
And
the
most
simple act.
certainly not good gameplay.
Not in this. Well, I mean, GAM's got some pretty good gameplay. So MVP after game one, boys. Who are we thinking?
It's Levi.
I think we wound up with
Levi.
Levi, yeah.
Yeah. Could have been 𝗀𝗃𝗃, but we've gone with Levi. I think that cat play was pretty cool. Definitely cool cat. Didn't really save the kids, though. Moving on. Game 2. What can OPG do to potentially take us to 3? Yulwei? Yulwei, come on. You're the big brain boy.
Punch someone on the other side of the arena. Not 𝗀𝗃𝗃, because they have someone to step in, so
Maybe they convince them to bring Genza in mid lane.
I don't think that's enough, honestly. They still have 𝗀𝗃𝗃 Levi top side.
They need to go break some computers.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a rough one.
Yeah, there's just too much player skill gap. Like, GAM is just so much better than them.
What are the 5 most dominant early game champions? Just pick them and try and win before.
We go Renekton, Xin Zhao,
Draven,
mid lane.
Lucian, Draven, Zyra?
Tristana mid.
Oh, that sounds good. Yeah, let's go.
Hell yeah. Just pick all early game, stomp them at 15 minutes. Easy peasy, OPG. Let's go. Do it.
And then you pick a fight at Drake 3 and just all die, and the game's over anyway. Oh. Well,
yeah, probably.
You tried.
Yeah.
Well, okay, let's look over to GAM. What do we want Levi to play in the jungle? The last one was like Nidalee. His Nidalee is a treat to watch, but it's a bit boring. What do we want?
I wouldn't mind another Karthus.
Yeah.
So
apparently we're quite far behind live, so we should probably just 2 times. We forgot to sync in the break because we're totally paying attention.
Karthus is a great champion of his to watch in high caliber matches because it's all about the pathing and things like that. But here you just kind of want to watch. You just want to see him stomp kids, and Karthus isn't really the champion for that.
That's fair. That's a fair point.
Yeah.
I still believe Zyra is a very good jungler, so please give me Zyra.
Well, we are just waiting for draft to pop up. Don't worry, chat. I've got my eyes firmly fixed on the stream. So as soon as there is a draft...
I'm live, and there is no draft on screen.
Yeah, they're not in pick ban yet. I don't know what you're talking about, chat.
Just happened.
There we go. Now there's a draft. Let's scooch over there. Here we go. Jace is the first ban. OPG. I mean, we've been telling teams to ban Jace against GAM, but maybe don't this series. Maybe let DR1 have some styling. I'd like that.
I mean, maybe we can give 𝗀𝗃𝗃 at least a point for drafting well against GAM, because they're certainly not going to win a game, but
maybe
they've done their bare minimum of research. They know what to do. They just can't do it. That's the issue. They're doing pretty much everything as best as they can to beat GAM. They just don't have the pure capability to. Yeah. Moving the percentage from a 99% GAM win to a 97% GAM win. You know. Simon's on this.
So, Renekton first pick.
Oh,
will we see the Queen, 𝗀𝗃𝗃? Come on, 𝗀𝗃𝗃.
That would be so much fun.
Yesterday was the last game was the first Simon game that wasn't Renekton.
Yeah.
That's true. That's actually true. Yeah.
So going back to what they know, going back to the old croc.
Pantheon comes in. That's a flex pick, of course. That could go to a lot of lanes for GAM. Levi goes to the
what?
graves.
An 80 jungler.
That's
What
an
is
old
that?
favorite, and I didn't. Does he know how to build graves? Like, he might be picking up death caps on graves just because he's confused. Old mate does not play AD.
There was someone in Discord yesterday hoping for a Graves, a Levi Graves. So
It's true.
shout out to you.
Got your wish.
I hope you're having fun.
So we're gonna see a.
They're also
I'll
hoping
just
for
do
Tier
everything
1
beats
mages,
top
and I don't
chairs.
want that.
I mean, I do now with the Graves pickup.
I think it'd be
that's
it would
true.
be the better draft decision, but I just want him to be styling.
I mean, maybe Genzo is in and we can see another Heimerdinger bot lane.
Oh dear. You know, it's the Spirit Blossom event. Get your soul points. Pick Ari. Do some styling.
Oh, if we get an Ari, I think Nymera from the LJL cast will find a way to get into this call, even though we're in a private call. But we do get DK's Lee Sin, and it will be, presumably Jisoo is still in. I actually didn't see on stage.
Yes.
I presume it is, as he will get Ashe.
Yep.
Pretty
So
standard.
far,
team
Ashe has a
comp.
very bad win rate, I believe, in the VCS. So GAM is here to improve
Tanked
that.
my style a lot.
Yeah.
Lee Sin for DK, I'm not the biggest fan. I feel like his farming junglers are the strongest in Italy. I'm kind of confused. They banned the Nidalee. They could have first picked Nidalee here, but whatever. Maybe try to bait other Graves because they know that GAM is only playing AP junglers, but today is different. And
I guess the idea was they didn't want to ban both Renekton and Nidalee. Or
yeah, fair enough.
they wanted both, but they decided the Renekton was more important, and they didn't want the other one going over. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Renekton as a start for overpower into GAM is not a bad idea, just to secure a little bit more stability in top lane, where last game top lane ceased to exist after 8 minutes, so maybe this can actually now give them a stronger laning phase on the top side.
Ban out 𝗀𝗏 and 𝗀𝗏𝗄𝗏. They do not have a high opinion of Kia's sense of humor.
no,
Oh, no way. No, are we getting a Tier 1 Karma?
yeah, oh no, this is gonna be.
Could be Kia Karma as well.
It could be. It could also be Slay Karma.
True.
Are we getting a Deer Karma?
I expect this to be solo lane. I'm not sure which solo lane to get. I think it's actually a very good top lane pick here, just to win lane anyway into Renekton, and then
Karma.
I'm thinking it's Tier 1 Karma and
probably.
Slice.
What?
I would, of course, much prefer Tier 1 Pantheon and Slay on Karma, but
I think is this Tier 1's penance for the door incident?
Comma, yeah, let's go.
Oh, bit of coggy. That'd be fun. Can we have some coggers? Ooh, that's not happening. There's already a lease in.
He wants his points too.
hey, to be fair, best option. Got to get your
I mean, Vayne
Sure.
points. You know, could get the Vayne points going, but it's
Yeah,
gonna
in
be
the end, it's
Ezreal.
another Ezreal.
It's
Well,
Ezreal.
OPG is still drafting very standard, which I guess is fine. Oh, another flexible solo laner.
Wow, this is the flex. This is just a flex team.
Silence
locked in.
into Rice is pretty bad though, right?
I
He struggles in lane
I
quite
think it'll
hard.
be top, but that's not a good matchup either. I actually think it'll be against Ryze. Ryze can't kill you in
Yeah,
lane.
probably.
Renekton absolutely can.
Yeah, true.
Rice is a little annoying because you don't really.
Ooh, it's Karma top.
Okay.
Yeah, makes
Okay.
more sense in my
That
opinion.
does.
That's less interesting than the Pantheon top.
But it makes a lot more sense.
It makes more sense. And hey, I
And
don't
we
know.
have double AP solo laners for GAM. Hello? What? Very
Crazy.
different style.
This is not. I wasn't prepared for this. That's not how AP works in GAM.
Well, Vinny, turn the nameplates off. What do you think of GAM's comp? I have to ask
comp,
nameplates off because nameplates on it doesn't matter.
GAM's comp generally is a very good comp. It's pretty I mean, you've got the engage from the bot lane and I mean, Silas can always force the issue. You've got the Karma Graves coming from the top lane now. Yeah, it's overall a fine comp. Just doesn't. It's just not a very GAM comp.
Yeah, it's definitely not a very GAM comp. And once again, keep those nameplates turned off. Yulwei, what do we think of OPG's comp?
Very solid, very meta. The Rice is a little bit out of meta. In other leagues, you would see Oriana here, maybe a Nazir. Instead, they go Rice because PhD is comfortable on the pick. I think it's fine here. The enemy team is very short range, so Rice should actually go get to hit targets, which is his biggest problem most of the time. So he can thrive. Here we could see a PhD carry. If OPG is to pick up this game, I think it has to start with Rice having a little bit of a better laning phase, because last game he struggled big time to even get his tier. Yeah, two strong backliners. This kind of looks to me like a Stark's Flash comp.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
But of course,
plus side is Silas isn't going to put out the same pressure as Lucian though.
That's
yeah,
true.
That too. So he should be in a better spot here to scale up into mid and late game. I'm worried about 𝗀𝗚 because 𝗀𝗚 so far hasn't been the greatest AD carry, or far from it. So let's see what he can do here. Cleanse, of course, against Ashe. Yeah. Look at Yaya, grasp Karma. He is really there to annoy Simon out of lane.
At this point, just play Caitlyn top. At this point,
yeah,
just do it.
Yeah, that's a thing you could do.
I'd like to remind you both, I am Mastery 6 with Caitlyn, and I've never played her bot lane. Everything you
Same
learn...
goes for me and Tristana.
I feel like everything you learn about my habits when I actually play League makes you dislike me more and more as a person, Vinnie.
It's up there.
That shouldn't have been a man.
I'm not a big fan of either of you.
Hello, we've got a level 1 action, but the chains don't land onto PhD and he actually can just run away.
Look at Levi, he tried to run around the minions, but the minions were still in his way, and Grace is so sad when he can't attack anything.
Yeah.
You could just kite him around
It was
minions
also
forever.
a level 1 Silas. Like, Silas at level 1 is good, he has 2 abilities, essentially. But, like, no chomp to help out. I don't think that gank was ever going anywhere, but hey, it's worth a shot. He just crosses back over to his blue side regardless.
It's used by his pathing, though.
Yeah, it's a bit weird.
Buff on Graves is really not something a lot of people do.
It's true.
Oh, that is... Yeah, because, I mean, Graves' early ganks aren't super strong, so why would
he farms well, so most Graves can just go full clear, right?
Yeah. As far as I'm aware. I mean, you might occasionally pick up a cheeky cheese gank on a very, very out of position player, but not really
the cannon?
He's got it.
Yes.
He got it.
He got it. None more in the cannon counter. Simon just dashes away from the impact.
This matchup, man.
It's brutal. It's brutal.
Yeah, it's not a fun one. I mean, Karma is just not a fun champion to play into because she's just...
No.
Yeah, you can almost say she's a bitch.
She's hot. Yeah.
Karma's a bitch, man.
Karma's a bitch. And I mean, she's also not even a fun champion to play, so I don't know.
Don't call women that, though. Just saying. All you out there, don't refer to women as that. It's only funny because it's Karma.
Yeah.
Be nice to women. Respect women. It's been your everyday public service broadcast. Levi and DK meet in the jungle, and DK takes away Levi's lunch. That was very, very rude.
Levi is not looking great at this Graves. What is he doing?
A little bit.
He's a level behind the Sin. DK is almost has smite available again. Oh, wow.
Oh, mid lane. Okay. Mid lane, PhD just dies. Slay wandered on up there. We'll have to see the start of that play, hopefully in a replay.
So it's looking there like Levi isn't even the best jungler on his team. Slay's got that.
True.
Which,
Definitely better
setup.
throws our
ganking
jungle
champ.
rankings into question.
So it's 𝗬𝗏. Yeah, 𝗬𝗏 just hits the chains and Slay walks in. Oh, didn't even hit the chains. Just caught him, flash forward, easy peasy.
He walked at me.
They didn't even lose. They almost didn't lose any HP there.
Yeah.
Very good champs to dive, I
Very
guess.
effective dive.
To be fair, if Silas walked up to you like in the street, I'd be pretty menaced. He's a big boy. Like, he's a large lad. So, oh, round two. PHT, they're going under tower for this one. Slay tanks it up on the shield, and it's so brutal. They combine in the mid lane. The buff boys will get another kill.
That's just
Did
bullying.
you just see that slick sidestep there from Levi just to catch DK's Q so you couldn't follow up on 𝗬𝗏? Nice.
Clever.
Very good mechanical play.
Very good.
Very slick. Very nice.
This combo, this roaming combo of Slay and Levi going over to 𝗬𝗏's lane is like that meme of all the buff guys giving you encouraging words on the internet. It's those guys. It's okay, King. We're on the way to the mid lane to help out. Sometimes we all need a little bit of help, and there's no shame in that.
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
No, it's true. I must say the men and the buff men in the pictures are usually a lot more well kept than Silas's.
That's very true. But 𝗬𝗏 having a bit of a play here, but in comes the Lee Sin. He cannot realm warp out. And that is
Good
a kill
punish.
back.
Very nicely done.
Yeah.
𝗬𝗏 is actually behind the CS still, even though he was ahead on levels. Just struggling a little bit against PHT. We talked a lot about PHT scaling into mid game. He's 0-2 already. But, I mean, he can still collect some of the minions, extra gold there. So, and GAM is only 400 gold ahead at 6 minutes. That's a minor victory for OPG already.
I mean, your alleged counter pick in the top lane isn't getting ahead. Your mid laner is doing a Froggy impression, even in the CS department. There's a lead in the bot lane for OPG. So that's where it's all coming from. It's just GAM isn't getting the neutral gold, I guess. The gold that's on the map for them. They're just trying to force these kills, and
They also don't have the CS leads yet.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because they're not picking up the CS. It's the gold's even.
Yeah. I'd still say the tempo.
𝗬𝗏, I think, has kind of controlled this wave badly. He's dominating Simon in trades all the time, like from minute 1. But he's giving him all the creeps anyway. He's actually 2 CS down here. He should just try to freeze and push Simon off, get grass stacks all the time, because of course you get only 3 HP, so you want to use it even more on ranged champions. Feel like 𝗬𝗏 is not playing the lane too well, apart from trades, but trades isn't really his doing. That's just Karma Grasp being oppressive. So
yeah.
Credit where credit's due as well. Simon has switched over to PTA. There's no chance of Conqueror being good in this matchup, so may as well do what you can in the short trades.
Yeah, that's a good call.
Glad to see that he thinks.
Oh, well, look at his HP. There might be an opportunity for Karma to look for a kill. She still has flash available.
Doesn't go for it, but speaking of looking for a kill, I think they might have looked straight onto Slay, as that was DK giving him the big boot over the wall and an easy collapse by the rest of OPG.
That's first dragon.
Yeah, OPG starting out really well, other than those mid lane plays.
And Slay really just not respecting the play coming out. The hook lands from Zin, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm fine. I'm gonna keep clearing this ward." And then DK's just like, "Hey, Vit, come up here. I'll give you a treat. you can have a little kill as a treat."
Vit can have little gold as a treat. They will be traded for the first Rift Herald, though. Shelly going down to Slay and Levi. 𝗬𝗏 covering them, so there's no real chance of a contest. So it's a 1-for-1 in objectives. Of course, the gold is better for GAM, but a potential snowball. And hello, the realm gets warped, and Jisoo has to find a new place to live.
So, I mean, if you can see 4 members on this realm warp, maybe you just don't flash next time.
Yeah, maybe don't need to flash. I think you're dead. But Rift Herald has been
played them there.
up.
He flashed and then shot his ult backwards. Really tried to be super sneaky, but I mean, it's still 4 members on an Ashe.
The ultra big brain play would have been throwing your arrow and guessing where Ryze was. But up in the top lane, Simon has been found out here by Slay. He already took 𝗀𝗃𝗃 super low, but Levi's in the river. DK's here as well. They get a lot of damage onto Levi. He gets instantly murdered there. And now DK running away from Slay. Xin arrives. 𝗀𝗃𝗃 is so low, goes for the tether. Double kill for DK. This could be getting very, very bad. But 𝗀𝗃𝗃 runs away to the wall, has flash. Should be able to get over in just a moment. Waited out that sonic wave. He hasn't flashed yet because 𝗬𝗏's arrived. They're going to take the 3v2. It's a stolen dragon rage kick. 𝗬𝗏 doing a lot. There's a big heal. There's the first kill. And it's only PHT and Xin left to fight. Lantern and a flash away. Should get them. No, Karma speed up. And that's another flash.
Oh, Silas.
It's very close, actually snowballing heavily in OPG's favor there. DK with impressive Lee Sin mechanics, actually completely out-jungling Levi so far on the map. But then 𝗬𝗏 and 𝗀𝗃𝗃 with a little bit of a rookie the shy impression, carrying the fight 2v3 and forcing so many flashes, also getting 1 kill back. So GAM is still alive.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
So let's see how this
was
a good trade out of Simon.
Yeah, they both sort of trade each other quite low, and 𝗀𝗃𝗃 kind of baiting in getting the Slay, baiting in Simon for Slay and Levi to come get there. But DK is just in the right spot, and the burst damage is more than enough to take out Levi. And Xin able to. And the unfortunate thing is they put their damage into Slay. If they put it into 𝗀𝗃𝗃, I think you actually do end up getting all 4 kills, because the ability
Dodge from 𝗀𝗃𝗃 as well.
Yeah, the ability to keep 𝗬𝗏 alive here means he is able to get so much healing out. And oh my god, Kingslayer is still good.
Yeah, 400 heal. Just
Silas, what are you talking about?
We well played from Xin on the exit there as well, using exactly the flash at exactly this correct time to get the
Extra
following.
Lantern,
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely season 1 Kingslayer, not season 8 Kingslayer. Get it, guys? Game of Thrones? Haha. Jaime Lannister? Haha. I'm really funny.
Season 6.
I know Silas.
Season 6 is probably when he peaked.
I'm feeling he's probably around level like season 3 or 4 when he's really dirty, because he's been held prisoner. So
what is this
really
comment? Like, this is like your 3rd comment on Silas needing a shower. What are you saying?
It's all an elaborate setup so I can go monkey clean.
Yulwei, you need to talk because we've lost it.
I mean, also I was going Kingslayer as a dirty ability, not so much Silas.
Fair, okay. What are you talking about? Slaying kings is the best thing someone can do. 𝗬𝗏 in the mid lane is going to try and follow up on this Ashe arrow that's landed straight onto PHT, interrupted the realm warp. Oh my word, what a workout there. Slay goes under tower but puts up the shield. Levi's here to add some damage. They will trade 1 back, but it's 2 kills for GAM.
In the meantime, though, OPG just got the first turret. They are actually 1k gold ahead against GAM at 13 minutes. What is going on?
Insane.
GAM is falling apart.
Yeah, it'll be evened up a little bit here. Ooh, no, it won't, because Jisoo has to run from DK. It's got to be said. You doubted his Lee Sin. He's 3-1.
Yeah, very impressive so far.
He has been running Levi around the map. Granted, he has had effectively 3 pushing lanes, so that's made it a little bit easier for him. But he's definitely been taking advantage of it.
That Ashe arrow was so dirty.
PHT just got to spend a nice 10 minutes watching 𝗬𝗏 dance about.
Yep. That's now 2
Once again, we
drakes
see
for
good
OPG.
mechanic abilities. Yeah, very good mechanic execution from Xin, who actually enabled them to get 1 kill back. Because if he doesn't land the grab 𝗀𝗃 there,
Oh, hello,
Slay can just
Simon's
walk
in
away.
some trouble. Under the tower, Slay will be getting another kill. Just as you talk about his death.
Slay is hungry.
He's
He
4 and
needs to make
3.
some bread for himself. He's stealing too many of these kills.
Get him back in the bakery. He's stealing kills. Come on, mate. No, we can't have bread talk. We've been told off about our bread talk.
Oh, you got so bad.
Still the greatest piece of feedback we've ever received on our casting. Too much bread talk. Question mark. Oh my, but it is going to be another push in. Jisoo here to catch the wave. And, I mean, yeah, it has to be said, OPG, they're only 200 gold down, and like that'll get evened out as a few waves get caught. And we head to the Sepia Rift, so we've got lots of time to talk. OPG, they're playing it close.
Yeah, they're 2 dragons up, so if they get the next big fight at Dragon, this might be an OPG game to win.
Yeah, very possible. So.
Yeah, it is kind of really on 𝗀𝗃 just pushing way too hard. They know they're the better team in theory, so they're just like, yeah, we can push in here, we'll win, and they're not giving the respect. I mean, these are still pro players on the side of OPG.
True.
They are still good players. They're just not the best in the league. So you can't disrespect them as much as you are.
That's true. That's a fair point. Hopefully we get back in game soon.
There seems to be some kind of issue with 𝗀𝗃𝗃 or 𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗃𝐴𝑆_PC. Just saw them go there. Let's hope it's going to get resolved soon. Brain machine back on for 𝗀𝗃, so we can actually see some better gameplay for the rest of the game. This early game has been a little bit back to the week 2, week 3 𝗀𝗃, where they just happened to lose early games out of nowhere. They actually lost the game to OPG in the first round.
Yeah, they lost games to nearly everyone.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, they got stomped in that game.
Yeah, they really did.
Yeah, because with 𝗀𝗃 in the early split, they were just, if they won the early game, they smashed the game. If they lost the early game, they got smashed. So it's not as bad as that, but it's
fun stat. Or you can guess, as we have a little bit of time, which 2 champs appeared in the loss against OPG when they played the first time, that also appear in this game.
In this game as well.
Karma and Graves.
Yes.
Okay, there we go.
𝗀𝗃 actually tried to play Karma Graves mid-jungle, and they lost the game in 29 minutes. They got stomped by OPG.
I mean, we're going to head back over to the beach, by the way, while we wait. It's alright. You already looked fine, Vinny. It's cool. Yeah, I mean, why would you ever put Dia1 on Karma? He already looks like he doesn't care.
That was Genza on Karma, too.
Oh, okay, that's a bigger reason.
The stats for that game were 𝗀𝗃 150, Levi 130, Genza 0-4-1, EasyLove 0-3-0, and Slay 0-6-0.
Wow, that's one of the bigger losses they've had. I mean, 𝗀𝗃
2 kills to 21.
𝗀𝗃 has been a team that has been struggling to get 2-0s.
That's true.
I mean, I still think
they
win
need to 2-0 today to tie first place. If they don't go 2-0, they can't tie Flash.
It's true. I mean, OPG, it has to be said, they've been looking much, much better in this game. Oh, wow, look at the... Oh, I thought that was like... I thought she already had a water bottle ready. That would have been so efficient. But no, she's just taking 2 empty water bottles. That makes sense. It's not even on stream. I've lost it, Yulwei. Can you help?
You wanted to talk about 𝗀𝗃 and OPG being better, I think.
Yeah, I mean, like, what I was saying is that it's worth noting that OPG, even if they end up losing this game, which, yeah, they probably will, they've played an early game even with GAM. That's pretty solid. You can't complain about that. I'm gonna flick us back over so I can look at things. Yeah, I mean, it's legit, right?
Absolutely not. I mean, they have shown us some good early games. Honestly, at the start of the season, I felt like OPG would be more competitive. They kind of slumped after 2-3 weeks, where they then just looked super bad from early to mid to late game. If I remember correctly, they still don't have the worst stats when it comes to early game, which is kind of surprising. Look at their score. They've won 4 games and lost 15, by far the most games lost. They have a very short game timer too, so indicating that they get stomped a lot of times. But still, the early game has looked fine. Their team coordination is okay. I always stress that their vision control is actually something very respectable for an 8th place team with only 1 serious victory. So they're definitely not the super bad punching back team for that you can overlook all the time. And especially today, looking a little bit better again.
Yeah.
I mean, I think you're seeing that if you are treating them like the punching bag team, they're gonna hit back. It's if you don't respect the speedball, it bounces back and slaps you in the head. So this is what's happening right now, and GAM needs to clean it up because they're giving OPG, especially DK, far too many options.
It's true.
Yeah. We're back in game.
We are back in
to
the
color
game.
rift.
As much as the sepia rift is very pretty, but we still don't like seeing it. Much prefer the full color rift. Of course, this game, fair bit of grey rift being seen, as we've got 13 kills in 16 minutes. Slow by VCS standards, of course.
Slow by OPG standards.
Oh yeah. But they are going on to this objective here. This is one that I don't mind them fighting for, of course, because they are ahead. The teleport is going to be called. 𝗬𝗏 will be racing in, and there's the engage. The arrow on the Slay's follow-up. There it is, the shield coming out, but he gets shut down immediately. 𝗬𝗏 is soloed out to the side, throws a Trish Barrage, cannot snipe the kill. DK gets him low. 𝗬𝗏 goes down, and this is a hard-won fight for OPG. Levi's got to find a way out on the graves. Vit flashing forward there, a bit questionable, but it doesn't matter as OPG win the fight and should claim the Herald. Is OPG going to win?
There was a big problem for GAM. They had the gold lead, but all of the gold lead actually on Slay, and that's a little bit deceptive if you just look at the numbers on top of the game. So Slay just jumped in, blew all of his combo, where he's still a support. He can't really burst someone down, and then he just died with 4 of the kills of the team. So GAM definitely with a misjudgment of their strength in this team fight, as you can see.
Yeah. And a good part of the rest of it is on Dia, and he goes after Vit, who plays around the terrain very well, gets over the wall. Dia can't follow. Best he can do is steal that ult, and he's out of position and just gets collapsed on by the rest of OPG.
I think we are in a world where OPG is out team fighting GAM. It's a wonderful, wacky world.
Only a 1k gold lead, so it's definitely not over yet.
No, of course not.
There's some decent scaling options, especially with Karma Graves and Ashe getting stronger as well. There's Ryze and Esri on the other team, so it's not like they hard outscale or anything. There are some things they can do in the late game, especially if they can smoke screen Ryze and kind of prevent him from just murdering everyone. So it's hard to call who's actually outscaling. I think it comes down to execution and placement of some of the abilities, but.
And on the plus side for OPG, Ocean Drake is one of the best Drakes for them right now, because if GAM does sort of wrestle back control, they have to get 4 pretty crappy Drakes individually to get that soul, where the power actually is on this rift. Whereas OPG only has to sneak 2 away. If GAM does, if they keep ahead. So, and then they've gotten some of the better one-off Drakes you can get. Whereas, GAM has to get a 4-stack Ocean Drake, and the individual Drakes aren't very effective.
And especially when we come to the 4th Dragon spawning, when Baron is also on the Rift, there is very good trading potential for OPG. Just give up one of the Ocean Drakes and go for Baron. You have
Yeah.
such good Baron damage, especially with PhD. If he has blue buff, he can just shred through that Baron in no time whatsoever. Then Vid adds decent amounts of damage too. DK's Lee Sin is actually a champion that can deal a lot of damage to objectives too. So I feel like the next dragon will be very interesting in map positioning, as GAM chooses to just give this up.
This is GAM being a little bit frightened of OPG, as soul point acquired for OPG. One more to lock it in. And if you look at GAM's comp, Ocean, as Vinny was saying, Ocean Soul kind of kills him. Ooh, Levi's caught. The hook comes out straight onto 𝗀𝗃𝗃. He's going to get bopped back there. He goes straight down. The Ash Arrow was too little, too late.
𝗀𝗃𝗃. I think both of them sort of thought the other one was going to eat the hook.
Yep.
It definitely looked like that. They one of the two had to bite the dust. So yeah, I guess it's 𝗀𝗃𝗃 this time around. Levi is probably worth a little bit more gold.
I think if 𝗀𝗃𝗃 flashes, both don't, but I don't know if
maybe
he was going to get hit by it. So because it was sort of his hitbox was a bit hidden by Graves, so unfortunate from him, but it's not going to really amount into too much on the side of OPG, so it's a pick you can give up. You really just lost a blue buff out of it. That's it.
Yeah, it's true.
OPG has full control on bot side. Look at all the wards here. They can go wherever they want. Karma needs to overextend now to catch the wave, not let the wave pressure the tier 2 turret with Baron on the map. So I feel like we are at the point where Karma can't really hurt Renekton anymore. Renekton no sustain yet. Oh wow, DR1 very far forward.
Yeah,
he's all right. He's got the stopwatch and gets out of there. It's actually a Zhonya's as well. It's actually a Zhonya's, so it's not a big deal at all.
That's
but
even better. Doesn't even give up.
It will be a turret though.
Yeah, we're looking at a 3k gold lead with a 3 dragon lead for OPG in a composition that is definitely fine to teamfight later on against GAM. And GAM needs to find a way to get back into this game. They have some engage options, of course, especially from bot lane and then DR1 following up. But they need to find some picks to get back into this game, to get some gold, especially on 𝗀𝗃𝗃, because right now he's far behind in itemization.
Yeah. That is 3 items.
Wow, that is a huge Ezreal. I hadn't even noticed that.
That CS
look at the
lead
GS
and
deficit.
3 kills. Yeah,
Whoa,
that's
he is a chunky boy. What the hell? Levi's getting hooked. He tries to flash away, but he manages to collateral damage over the wall. Okay.
Yeah.
A lot of resources, though.
So what I like...
A flash for a box. You're very happy with that trade, especially setting up around the Baron. Next time, Levi can't get out of that. If Levi gets a hook now, he's gone.
Yeah. He just dies. Look at the health on
hard
this
to
mid lane
sneak
inner
Baron against Ashe.
I mean, do they have to sneak it? I think
they can just pressure advance the vision line, and then they could actually go for the Rise play, where you push very far forward and then just turn around, use your Realm Warp immediately on Baron, burst it down before the enemy team can even get close to it. Would like to see that play. We have seen that before. OPG needs to be needs to push in a little bit more assertively. I think they really need this tier 2 turret to open up the possibility of pushing even further forward.
So low.
Yeah,
it's basically just 1E auto attack from Vid if he wants to do that.
You don't even need the minions to do that.
No, you really don't.
And it's almost probably worth, like, if you brought Simon up and then just had sort of Xin and Simon sort of faking GAM out, you could 3-man it pretty easily with PhD, Vit, and DK.
Yeah.
So
Vid is level 14, by the way. Highest level in the game.
Yeah,
he's
a large boy.
He has had a lot of fun time to himself. Okay.
Okay, oh, Slay flashing over the wall, trying to go in on Xin, but he hasn't gone down. Lots of damage on Vit. Every single ult hits him there, and they get the shutdown. Simon in the middle of the enemy team. He presses the R, but it's not going to be enough. DK has arrived. They get one back. Can they get any more? That's a really nice kick hitting 𝗀𝗃𝗲𝗿 as well. Double kill coming in for the Lee Sin. They're dashing forward. Simon gets another kill, and 𝗬𝗏 will be the next target. Can he find a way out? He's got his own dominance ticking, but there's a Lee Sin Q. Slay stuns him up, but there is a stopwatch. Slay now puts up the shield. He'll be the sacrificial lamb, but will it be a sacrifice good enough? Absolutely not!
And they fought under turret. They spent... 𝗀𝗃𝗏 and 𝗚𝗔𝗠 spent so much time just sitting under the mid lane turret, not even touching it, and they took so many tower shots, and that was the difference maker. A good chunk of that gold lead is on Vit, so if he's dead and out of the fight, you're almost looking at an even fight, but after that, if you just sit there and take tower shots, it's still a 5v5, essentially.
Yep.
And I thought this was the turnaround for GAM. They caught Vit with all the resources, with all the extra damage, and they killed him before the fight even started. But as you rightfully pointed out, way too deep. 𝗀𝗃𝗏 took like 4 or 5 turret shots and just went down to the turret, basically. This could now also be 𝗚𝗔𝗠 𝗘𝘀𝗍𝗪. If that's 𝗚𝗔𝗠 𝗘𝘀𝗪, that's the game just ending. Yeah.
That'll be the game, yeah.
Yep.
Unless Levi can get a good
Levi?
start.
Nope, it's secured. DK gets it. Levi tried, but OPG, well, they're just the best team in the VCS. Clearly. They're taking out GAM. 𝗀𝗃𝗏 trying to get away. Actually has the fancy feet to dodge absolutely everything. Very well done. But, yeah.
This is just kind of shocking on the side of GAM. They're just not playing well.
Yeah,
look at this.
This match is very well executed, but now just disengage. Try to turn on PHT. No one pays attention to PHT. Look at him. He's level 14 Rise. He deals so much damage in this fight.
Yeah, they tunnel so hard onto getting Xin that it's just PHT's untouched. And
yeah. He came in from a flank. You could have just all turned around and hit him, and then you win the fight. You get Baron. You stop the Dragon Snowball. It's such a huge mistake for GAM just in terms of target calling into fights.
Yeah. And it's going to be really hard for GAM to win this, better players or not. As a hook lands, PHT is whipping in those level 16 overloads, and he's landing them. And OPG, well, this is our second 3-game series of the weekend, boys. Did we expect it in this one? I don't think so.
No.
But, oh, hello. Slay's going to try and make something of this while they're a little bit split, but the Realm Warp straight into the backline. Levi's PHT's target. He'll now move on to 𝗀𝗃𝗏. He's trying to spread the damage out. DK's already killed 𝗬𝗏, and this is going to be it. That's 2 kills. That's another inhib falling. And GAM has to have an absolute miracle. They've got to have 5 aces up their sleeve. But at the moment, it looks like OPG will win this hand. As they are pushing onto the Nexus, the towers are falling. And OPG, give us a series. Crack out the towels. We might be at the beach for a little while longer. But of course, we will go.
Could just win the series if they repeat that performance.
That's absolutely true. And we will be back in just a moment. Don't know why Vinny's been replaced with a grey screen, but we'll figure it out. We'll be back in just a few minutes to break down that game and react to it. We'll be back soon, guys. Welcome back. We here on the VCS English Beach did not expect a third game, but we have it as OPG have managed to take one off of GAM. Yulwei, give us your reactions.
GAM played very badly, and 𝗀𝗏𝗏 is back in, so they are taking this third game seriously.
Yeah.
They tried something different. Karma graced again, like they did on the last time they lost against OPG, and once again it led to them losing control, losing everything. So I hope GAM is going to show us some better performance in Game 3, but I also hope OPG steps up again, because their early game was very solid.
Absolutely. And Vinnie, what were your opinions? Do they just echo Yulwei?
Yeah, I want to see GAM play the game properly, not just
That'd be nice.
Not just disrespect OPG. They're not bad. I mean, clearly they can stand up to you if you're not giving them the respect they deserve. 𝗀𝗏𝗏's in, so hopefully the shot calling will be cleaner. They'll be able to actually play around the map, and this, in theory, should be a stump from here.
Yeah.
But OPG, if you can match up to an actual GAM actually performing, that's really good news. But I mean, good job. You managed to
took a game. That's already good.
Even if they were screwing about, you managed to put your foot down and be like, "Oi, no,
yeah,
we are a team."
Absolutely, they're demanding respect. Oof. I mean, yeah, they're demanding respect.
I didn't run over Daltris. Yeah, exactly.
So,
I feel like GAM definitely experimented with the draft here. They wanted to try a different style. They are going to go back to AD mid and AP jungle almost certainly, I think at least. So we really need to see OPG step it up. But I mean, it's just one game, right? So GAM basically gifted them one game. Now OPG needs to flip one, and if they're able to do so, this one series victory against GAM would go a long way for them to actually re-enter the playoff race. Two serious victories. If they win against Percent or someone later on, they could actually still get to 6th place. So today could be a really, really huge
awesome
turning point
format,
for OPG.
Really cool playoff format.
Yeah. And I mean, all this really means is now Flash are first.
Yeah, that's also a big one. GAM had to get a 2-0 to tie for first, but now they're one game behind. That's actually a big deal.
Not only in standings, but also in feeling, right?
Yeah.
Because Flash wouldn't have lost the last game. Flash wouldn't have played something totally different to their usual style. Just, surrender the game basically from start.
Yeah. So what do we want out of the draft for OPG to potentially pick up the series win, which would be absolutely massive?
Same sort of thing. Decent early game champions on a good early game pressure from DK and Xin with a good carry threat out of PHT. If you pretty much ran back the same comp, I mean, slight differences maybe depending on what GAM drafts, you wouldn't be in a bad spot draft wise.
Yeah, I think it's pretty legit. And Yulwei, you say you want to see the AD solo lanes and the AP jungle come back. I have to say I agree. Let's be a bit more specific though. The Jace is getting banned every game. Do we just want to see the Tristana?
Tristana, Lucian come to mind. I still want to see a team attack all of DR1's champions. I mean, if you just ban the 3, where is he going next? Does he go back to Sylas? The Sylas hasn't looked too impressive. Made some big mechanical and positioning errors in the last game, so I would like to see them attack his pool. But if Tristana, Lucian, or Jace are open, he's just going to go back to those 3. And as long as they are open, why would he do anything else?
I'd like to see Dio play some mages as well, of course, just to show he can more than anything.
Yeah.
Yep.
Even if it's like a 𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗃, which is still pretty much an AD carry in sort of playstyle. You just replace your right click with your E button. So
wait, you don't rebind right click to
Twin Fangs?
To Twin Fangs?
I mean, you can
use E to move.
you can. It might make your laning phase a little bit difficult, but
That sounds crazy. Please never do that. Don't listen to
you
Everyday
mean-
for advice.
I mean,
You mean you
look,
don't-
I'm
you
just
don't
saying there are multiple Counter-Strike pros that have shoot bound to spacebar.
You sure you don't have back in Half-Life you used to bind shoot to your scroll wheel, so that way your shotgun would basically shoot all its shells at once.
Yeah, and then when CS came out, you started binding jump to scroll wheel so you could bunny hop. Love weird control schemes, but let's focus back on League of Legends. Surprised we're not getting into draft yet. Hopefully we crack in soon, because yeah, the analysis is hard, because we keep coming back to if GAM try and don't troll, they should get the walkover here.
Yeah, and I mean, in game one, it did look very dominant. They weren't quite as fast as we expected them to be. They took 27 minutes, basically straight 27:00 when the Nexus fell. So it seems like GAM's not quite on their highest form today, at least from the first two games. Definitely not in the second game, of course. So let's see if they can get back to top performance. Now 𝗀𝗏 is in, so we kind of need to look at this GAM with some different eyes, because 𝗀𝗏, of course, is the starting ADC and has looked way better than all the other players.
Of course, we are heading straight over to draft, so us here on the beach will be watching closely as well. Jace gets a third ban. Unsurprising. Why would you change that one up? GAM ban Karma. They don't want to do it again. They don't want to do it.
𝗀𝗏 puts his foot down and says, "No, Jackie win. No, I'm not playing it."
𝗀𝗏𝗿.
Bans
Oh
it.
yeah, of course, that's their coach. Oh, I'm an idiot.
Yes. Yeah, so it's not the LPL sneaking through.
Yeah.
Uh,
But what do we think will get picked here?
Just go watch that one. It's better.
No, hey, don't you dare. Lucian is picked up, answered by the Aphelios. Yulwei, what do you think so far? That's a bot lane secured.
Interesting bot lane.
Well, why not? I think Aphelios is very good into Lucian and team fights, so makes sense to me. Let's see what GAM wants to go for. Thresh, Ashe would just not say much about their composition, just a super solid lane, good into Aphelios bar too, so would make sense to just pick Ashe and Thresh and then wait for the solo or for jungle and top lane a little bit later.
Yeah, that's 100% the correct move, I think. You've got so many jungle options for Levi. They're probably not going to take away your Gragas or anything. The Volibear, that could go into the jungle, in which case that's not a bad option. I would have preferred just pick up the Nidalee if you're overpower. Give it to DK. It's not banned. You don't have to reveal too much.
It's very strange to me that they suddenly start and didn't go. They suddenly just completely dropped the Nidalee out of nowhere.
Yeah,
it's by far his most played champ. He's like 10 games on the Nidalee. So why? Maybe it just didn't work in scrims anymore. I'm not sure if scrims are working for the team in the first place, but
it could be.
Strange, very strange to me.
It could be a case of Simon really wanted that pick for some reason, and they're not expecting a Nidalee ban because they do have first pick, right? So they can just pick their jungler, and
they are banning some top laners who can deal with Volibear. So maybe it's going to go top lane again, and we have to watch another top lane Volibear perma push the wave.
Yeah, does Rise get banned here from GAM?
Wouldn't be surprising. They banned the 𝗏𝗏𝗏, which is a PHT champ as well.
I think that. Yeah, I think that actually makes sense because you look at how the first game went and even the second game and how hard they bullied the Rise in the laning phase. I think they're looking to do the same thing again.
That's a good point, yeah. So it is in fact Nidalee jungle and Volibear top lane. So GAM still has the opportunity to counter pick this. We saw the Irelia from Yoshino, it was.
That wasn't very good.
Yeah, he died a lot in lane, but actually the 1-1 potential was still visible, so I feel like Irelia could be an option.
Certainly, but it is going to be the Gragas for Levi. That's a very good pick. Is this brand would have been interesting.
By the Darius, but
No.
it's
No.
if it's just Wukong, I'm going to be very upset.
Well, I hope you start crying.
This is very low on AP damage. Of course, Gragas deals some AP damage, but it falls off later on. So didn't go for the hyper carry from the jungle position this time around. More CC, more early game focus.
So they're going for the team fights with the Wukong pick, but the lane is kind of a wash with 𝗀𝗏 actually sort of losing it slightly in terms of matchup. And Simon's good enough to win the early lane without attention. So unless they're really planning on, all right, Levi's going top lane with this Gragas to sort of keep this bear down, I think you definitely should be putting more resources into 𝗀𝗏. I think.
I agree.
Yeah. I feel like GAM can win a lot of the early skirmishes if they go double MR in their rune choices here, because top lane is top side is very AP heavy. Double AP in jungle and mid lane, and then even VCS, especially if he goes tank, is like 50-60% AP damage too. So I feel like if you go with a lot of AP runes here, MR runes of course, then 𝗀𝗏, for example, could just win the 2v2 top lane together with his jungle. So let's see if they come in with a lot of extra MR.
I hope that swap came through, because otherwise it's Ashe jungle, and that'll be very unfortunate. and we'd have to probably remake.
Well, that wouldn't be strange for the VCS. That would be very standard for the VCS if we needed a remake. So, you know what I'm about to ask? Nameplates off, Vinny. Which comp do you like more and why?
I think I still like GAMs more, because it's hard to say, right? Because in nameplates off, the Lucian pick, I look at, I'm like, you really shouldn't have gone that. You should have gone for anything else.
True. Okay, nameplates on then. Turn them back on.
So nameplates on GAM, because you need that idea of like Lucian deal. If it's deal one Lucian, okay, that's fine. If it's anyone else's Lucian, like Whereas if GAM was, even if it was GAM playing OPG's comp, I'd be looking at the top lane and being a bit more suspect. Even though 𝗀𝗏 had a decent performance on the VCS in game 1 into this matchup, so actually in terms of raw comp, maybe I give it to OPG, but yeah.
Right, so but you definitely think GAM is going to come out on top, which is hardly a bold decision. I think you'd be pretty crazy to think anything else. But Yulwei, talk us through OPG's comp. If they are to win, how do they do it?
Once again, PHT Rise. I feel like there's a lot of team fighting potential there already. Showed some very good positioning and good performances. Actually landed the overloads. Hello, 𝗬𝗏𝗄𝗃. But yeah, I feel like it's going to come from team fights. They have a decent team fighting composition. DK needs to try and get some kills early on for top lane. That is what 𝗏𝗏 likes to do anyway. So if you can put Simon in an advantage and keep 𝗀𝗏 down, because he's a very good teleport player as well, teleport user as well, you should be able to kind of diminish the impact 𝗀𝗏 will have in team fights, and then you just outrange with Ryze, or not outrange, but out team fight with Ryze and Aphelios against Lucian. Ashe, of course, is annoying, but she doesn't really bring the damage. So I feel like in full-on 5v5 team fights, if you have a good foundation in the early game, OPG should be favored.
Yep, I would have to agree. And of course, this is normally where we would be saying goodbye to Vinny, but not this time. He gets to stick around. We're going to let him out of his cage for a little bit longer. What a treat for him. Well, he'll have to make up for it in the mines later, but he's already agreed to that. It's just how it works here at VCS English. If you wanna have a treat, you have to make up for it by getting down into the mines. Simon having a dance in the top lane. He's having a bit of fun. Where are we looking early, boys? Vinny, for GAM, what lane are you watching? Oh, we might have something else to watch, though, as PHT's been ignited. He's been hooked. He has to try and find a way out. Oh, no! He's broken his forehead! Oh, no. Oh, bad start. Off to a bad start.
Flash. Oh. But you definitely saw what he did wrong there. He tried to flash not in a straight line, but yeah. Oh no. He wanted to get to the shrines from Xin. Xin placed some shrines there. Oh god, no. That is an early kill for DR1. He didn't even have to flash and PhD used his.
Oh, okay. I was going to say
Oh god, he didn't even hug the wall before he fled.
Yeah.
Oh my, that was so bad.
Oh, and look at the top lane. Look at the top lane as well.
So bad.
Do I get it?
𝗀𝗃𝗃 can play both sides of the matchup. Oh, PHT's got to go back now.
Who wins this matchup? Me, apparently. Is
yep.
The response there, because I was going to say before the kill onto PHT, I'm interested to see how
can we restart this? The pause to... Can we start again? I think my flash is broken. I didn't go over the wall.
Mulligan?
Mulligan,
right? Yeah, that was not a...
This is already a very, very bad start for OPG. They've lost a first blood in a level 1 play, and 𝗀𝗃𝗃 is winning the other side of a matchup that he stopped. I'm a little worried, guys. I'm a bit worried for OPG.
Maybe it's angry GAM time. 22-minute victory. We still need to work on that record. Still held by, I believe it's Team Secret. Against OPG with the quickest game of the split. Yeah, Team Secret against OPG, 22 minutes, 37 seconds. So that's something GAM can claim for themselves, that they have an outstanding performance. And the first blood for the mid laner is already a very good start. So
yeah,
could be possible here.
Yeah, the bear is off to a very good... sorry, not the bear. Lucian is off to a very good start. I'm thinking... I'm doing... In the I'm multitasking. Leave me. Sorry.
Vinny normally does things during the game to help us out, so he's having to cast and still do those things. So have fun.
Yeah, with 𝗀𝗃𝗃 able to bully out the volley bear, it's the main sort of point of power in the early game for OPG kind of falls apart because Ryze isn't going to be strong early. 𝗀𝗃𝗃 or Spud isn't. I mean, they have potential to be good early, but into an Ashe Thresh, probably not. So now DK is just left with no real options. He's got no pushing lanes. He can't do anything really anymore.
Very true. Yulwei, we've only seen a couple minutes of gameplay, but what are you thinking?
I don't believe the top lane is quite over yet. We saw one very bad level 1 trade, and that can happen into Wukong. He has so much damage. But I believe the we can actually get a replay on how this happened. Simon starting W.
Don't fight Wukong at level 1. Oh, stream is lagging. Oh boy.
Yes.
Boy, oh boy.
Is the pause actually in game to fix their stream?
Oh,
yeah,
no.
𝗀𝗃𝗃 presenting us with a very, very good presentation of how to play this champion.
Okay. They get our hopes up, and then they rip it all away. As do you want to have a go at pronouncing that?
Play the...
No.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, do you want to play the try to pronounce a word game?
Shockingly enough, as someone that only speaks one language, which is English, tonal languages, not going near it. Not going near a tonal language.
Yeah, I tried Mandarin once, and that was more than enough suffering for me.
Yeah. Yeah, I did Indonesian for a year, and I remember one word.
Good. Yeah.
It's always rough when there's pauses this early in the game. He's trying to be a 𝗙𝗵𝗻𝗄, wiggling those arms, healing himself up.
I thought my stream was going really weird there because Levi was stock still and next to him an arm was waving.
Levi just sitting there. Why am I here? Who is on my team? It's always hard when there's a pause. This
be easy, love. Easy, love. You were told today, yeah, we don't need you. Everyone is going to have fun against OPG, but you're not allowed. And you're like, okay, nice. And then you still have to play in the third game because your team is too scared to lose the best of 3. You're like, seriously, guys, you couldn't finish this without me. Come on.
Couldn't I have stayed at home?
You don't invite me to the fun, but I have to come clean up your mess.
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
He's the housemate of the guy that dropped out of uni, so he just parties all the time. When he's munted in bed the next day, he just like, oh, fine, I'll clean up all the cans.
No, thank you.
Oh no.
Hey, you got to clean them up so you can make your breakfast. If you're taking up all the bench space, you got to do something. So, anyway.
Luckily, I never had that experience, so I am glad.
Yeah.
Don't be an Australian uni student. You will have that experience.
Yeah, you will. Welcome to Australia, where we made alcoholism part of our culture.
Nice. I mean, it's not very different over here, to be honest.
Yeah, true. German beer is a very...
At least German beer is good.
The prices for alcoholic beverages in Germany are ridiculously low. Like all Europeans coming from other countries always like get drunk very quickly because it's so much cheaper here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fairly expensive here, but everything's expensive here.
Yeah, fair enough.
I think the best beer I've ever had was in Belgium. I had a ridiculously good beer in Bruges.
I wish I knew which beer it was, but I think the best one I've had was...
We come back into game, belly bop onto PHT, and bang! Speaking of beer, PHT's covered in it.
It was such a cool play, exploiting Zin's shrines early on. They had no vision on him, but they knew exactly where Vin placed his shrine, so they knew he was going a little bit downwards in this lane, and they were anticipating him to collect the shrines to get back to full HP. Such a cool play there, just exploiting a little bit of extra information Zin gave over to them. Yeah. Now a 2-0 lead, or 0-2 start for PHT, I should say.
Yeah, and that is another assist going to 𝗓𝗏. This Lucian continuing to power up. Ooh, a hook in the bot lane. Don't know how much will come of it. They're actually going to charge forward. There's a volley. 𝗎𝗏 could turn this around. This is now an exhaust forced. OPG perhaps a little bit too confident. And they didn't even stand close enough together to proc Guardian.
And
Zen not sure what Zen was doing.
For no reason there.
Yeah.
Didn't even attempt to throw a Q
or anything. He just into that.
That was just... Yeah.
Speaking of inting it, though.
Ooh. No, they're okay. They're getting out of there. Up in the top lane. There's pings up in the top lane. But it's not going to happen quite yet.
Alright, the matchup seems to have sort of swung around back to the bear. He's got that pressy attack, able to help him win the sort of shorter trades against the monkey.
Look at the CS, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, alright.
He already blew his teleport, so he had to slight item and reset advantage, and now he's still behind in CS. He might still be able to get to the wave without losing too much, because 𝗀𝗃𝗃 is not fast enough on the push. So yeah, it's not going to cost Simon much. It's actually now a bad reset for 𝗀𝗃𝗃, as you can see the minions clashing right out of turret range. So if Simon was a different champ, he could freeze now, but sadly he's volley dash, so he can't freeze.
And like he doesn't have to freeze. Like Simon can't freeze, and he's on item parity, right?
Yeah, he doesn't actually have to race that.
It's a 𝗀𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏
He still has
So-
a lot of cookies too. So
He also has the cookies.
Of course,
So
the one factor that Doran's ring does mean all of Volley's adaptive damage goes to AP. So his E actually really hurts at the moment.
Yeah,
the passive gives a little bit of extra damage too. So
Yeah.
I mean, you do lose the trades. I mean, you conquer into PTA as well, so you're going to lose the trades, but you're not going to really get run down. You have enough energy that you can finish off the push and actually try and get it under tower.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, I was talking about taking MR runes in pick and bans, because of course all of the other damage sources that get close to you as 𝗬𝗽𝗏 are all AP. So now with the Volibear going AP basically as well, if you have some
we might have a ruckus in the top lane. There's no level 6s here. The Predator comes out. Levi dashing away, but then goes for the belly bot back in. This is a little bit disjointed. He should be going down momentarily, but then we have 𝗬𝗽𝗏 hitting 6. He's trying to whack the bear down, but he rips into his own ult. 𝗬𝗽𝗏 reckons he can 2v1. DK's got no mana, so he might be right. Here could be a big shield. Oh, the turnaround is happening. 𝗬𝗽𝗏, he's in so much trouble, but he will manage to monkey away.
And Levi going forward with that body slam meant he was the one to eat the spear, and it just wasn't enough. Deer flubs the blast cone, so she's not gonna do anything there.
Lefto's mortal already turned around when he landed. He was like, okay, back to it like it is.
Man, going home.
Well, let's have a look at this one. It all goes wrong for Levi.
Yeah, the coordination was not good for GAM. They should have immediately turned on DK. DK was low on mana.
That one minion gave Simon 6.
Yeah. That could have been a double kill for 𝗬𝗽𝗏. If Simon doesn't hit 6, I think 𝗬𝗽𝗏 at least gets the flash of DK. Maybe he even gets a double kill. Instead, he now has to run for his life. Barely gets away.
Yeah.
Still a 1k gold lead for GAM though, with the first 2 nice ganks, and I mean the first one wasn't really a gank in the mid lane, so still according to plan, but the execution not quite there. Still a 20 CS lead for 𝗬𝗽𝗏 in top lane though.
Yeah, you can see the difference in this game. Even the kills aside, the CS leads are all there in every position except the jungle. So you're actually building the advantages by just pure player skill rather than just sort of not getting anything and just looking for these effective 1-for-1 trades, which happened last game. Oh no, DR1's going.
Oh, yep, DR1 having a go. PHC this time survives. Going better already than it has been early on.
It's quite hard for Lucian to get the kill with culling, because the right has so much extra movement speed, especially now also with face rush, of course. So it's never going to amount as well.
Forcing the flash and with Nimbus Cloak means she's not going to die after that flash comes out.
But still, the flash being down is pretty significant. Now DR1 can just flash on him. As the dragon is going to be brought low, will we see a cheeky Bard ult? No point, because DK's on the other side of the map. That will be the first objective going GAM's way. They're off to just under the 1k gold lead. A better start already.
Good pink ward for 𝗬𝗽𝗏, protecting him for a potential gank from DK.
And if 𝗬𝗽𝗏 was paying attention, he would have seen that ward go down.
Ooh, but he might not care. Uses the Cyclone, knocking them up. There's the big volley ult. Levi separates them with the party barrel, but it's all going wrong. And now Slay is saying, I can't 1v2. He can get one, though, as Simon now hunting onto the Thresh. Will be able to get all the healing. No, it's not going to happen your way. And that'll be Simon cleaning it up, and GAM. That was horribly coordinated.
𝗬𝗽𝗏 going just that bit too early. He's going for the bait. He doesn't want DK to reset.
And it screws bot lane as well.
But it sets it, it screws it up completely as it ends up being a 3-for-1. And GAM just have dug themselves into quite a big hole here. If they keep making plays like this.
You can see that DK actually jumps a little bit too early on 𝗬𝗽𝗏. He still gets knocked up. That was a little unfortunate, but Simon hits his ultimate.
Also, they are so disjointed. None of them are in the fight at the same time.
DK also could have just gotten away here. No reason to step close to Slay and let him auto-attack him once more. I think DK was fine against the Ignite. So a little bit of a flop there from DK. But overall, still a big win for OPG, and the top lane is now very strong. Still 20 CS down, but 2 kills up.
Yeah, and because Levi just went straight into the fight while Slade went for the wraparound, it just meant there was nothing for 𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃, and because if it had been Slay who went straight in, he'd be able to give that lantern there. But because Slay wraps around, it's just there's nothing for him. And
yeah, I mean this is
it all goes wrong.
I mean, apparently it's a good thing GAM doesn't have a Valorant team, because you never give them 1v1s. You always just try to go for the 2v1s. Basic fundamentals, boys. But they're not going to go for this 2v1 as Levi. Oh, no, he is sticking around. Will Simon get bopped? Oh, he's going to walk into the... Oh, no! There it is, finally. The Cyclone is being used. The bear in so much trouble. It's got such a long ult cooldown. Gets the shield, but it doesn't matter. And Levi party barrels after for no reason.
Just having a drink after the successful gank, okay?
Yeah,
you can't blame it for that.
It's like, hooray, we got the shutdown. We're all good.
Yeah, if you throw
it's not even a shutdown because of the CS.
Sorry?
It's not even a shutdown because of the CS.
No,
there wasn't enough to build up.
450 gold.
Oh, was it?
Oh, but look what it's going to be traded for. First brick to an 𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃, 624 gold. That's a weird amount. That's a weird amount. Why was it 624? 𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃! The tower gets turned off. Simon wants his revenge. Flashing forward and bang! Rips the monkey in two. Woohoo! We've got a game that OPG looks hot.
From the turret and 14 from a minion. So that's how the number.
Yep, that'll be it.
But Simon with the solo dive, that was very impressive. 𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 had no chance whatsoever. No ultimate, no flash. I couldn't get away.
It's just a teleport. He just runs him down. Even queued the clone.
Yeah, but look at what can 𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 do?
Nothing.
It's just not fast enough. That W damage is disgusting.
Ripped him up. Wow. Okay.
Uh,
Vinny, can you give your seal of approval to Simon's Volibear? Is it there yet?
That's going to be a Black Cleaver, so it's not as it's a tentative one because it's unless that's just for the cooldown and it'll eventually become a Spirit Visage. No, it's a Black Cleaver.
Cleaver is super bad on this champion, no?
Yeah, and he has 2 AP threats on his team.
Yeah,
that's
it's really bad optimization, especially this game.
Just go Triforce.
Black Cleaver is
okay. No reason not to go Triforce. You don't even want to fight for anything right now. You don't have TP, you don't have flash, no ultimate for the dragon anyway.
Yeah, look, Black Cleaver on Volibear is like Black Cleaver on set in a way, in that it's fine if you're getting put behind, and you have enough AD threats on your team to make up for it. You don't
hang on a minute, we might come back to it as Levi's gone in and he steals it before the Bard ult can land. Oh, Levi, how does he do it? Xin mistimed the ult, and the observers are really shaming DK and Xin. That's rough, guys. But yeah, that is a stolen Drake. GAM still have the snowball potential.
Yeah.
And of course, now they have the 𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 hitting them in potentially 10 minutes. So OPG really needs to fight for the next dragon. They are in a decent position to do so. No reason to go Black Cleaver now. With the Trinity Force in the next fight would have been so much stronger, but let's drop the point. It's bad itemization, but he should still be able to outduel 𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 in top lane.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And again, 𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 picked this matchup. He was doing okay early, but
he's still smashing the CS.
I mean, yeah, the reason Simon's been able to get ahead is screwed up dives and ganks by Levi.
Yeah, it's
so
true.
𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗃 is struggling, but it's about all he can do, and
there might be another attempt here. Slay and Levi will arrive. There's the Cyclone. Simon's on the run. Look at this arrow. Dodged away with the Volibear ult. That was from all the way from mid lane, and that would have hit Simon, lucky to have the reaction time there.
I think it even hit in terms of damage, but didn't
Yeah,
stun him.
yeah. It hit him while he was unstoppable. Wow. Close.
We have seen some very accurate Ashe ultimates so far this week. Very impressive stuff. Ashe finally rising to priority in this league too, following the trend of the LPL. We haven't really seen a hard carry Ashe performance, apart from that Celebrity Game 2, where he almost turned it all around, but
very close.
I'm up for some more Ashe. Ashe is exciting.
Yeah, Ashe is one of the harder ones to be like the big superstar carry on, but she is such a good AD carry. She brings so much to her team besides the raw damage.
I mean, she still has decent damage.
Oh yeah, her damage is decent, and if you can back it up with a a Lucian in the mid lane, you're not lacking.
Yeah, she's great as that secondary carry, right? That's what we always say. You don't necessarily want her as your only damage source, but she complements the rest of your damage super, super well. And if she's not super hard focused, yeah, she outputs pretty insane damage. So,
especially if she actually goes for crit. I think the big problem in the VCS so far is that every single Ashe is going attack speed into their stands.
Yeah,
which
look, 𝗚𝗃 is an excellent item on her, but I think you should be going into after your Rune9s, you should be going for another crit item.
IE. Yeah, I agree.
Air Essence, or either if you want to be more utility focused.
Yeah.
But
once she hits like the high crit numbers, she actually deals more damage than most of the other ADCs.
Yes.
She can get to the highest crit multiplier in the game, so
at 100% crit chance she does more.
Well, yeah, she does. She does.
100% built crit chance, because she always has 100% crit chance, but
but it is this Rift Herald being taken here. It is the second one, of course, not as important. OPG get it uncontested, and let's have a look at Levi's build. This is a bit of a strange one. Red Smite on Gragas.
Yeah, that's not unreasonable.
Yeah.
Get that extra bit of true damage.
Suppose.
It's got the Predator. It's a very it's behind on the compared to DK, but it's a very standard build. It feels like.
I mean, it's more like he's the only AP damage on his team. Where's the Sork shoes?
Yeah, it's a little sad to not see the Sork shoes. I agree with that. Could go double pan into some more consistent damage items.
I came up with it.
That is fair, but with the just amount of like CC that can sort of interrupt him as he's predatoring towards you, the mech treads make better sense.
I mean, there is a lot of AP damage,
PHT.
right?
Yeah.
PHT. Ooh, interesting. Gone straight into the Archangels.
No, the weird thing is he's still going for Rod of Ages this late into the game.
It's very strange.
That is super late. He's not going to have full stack Rod of Ages until like 32 minutes. That might just be too late. I hope he just... I mean, Abyssal Mask doesn't really make sense against an almost full AD team, so...
Abyssal Mask would be worse than late Roa. Roa, like, yeah, obviously you want it fully stacked, but it's actually a good item even at 0, right?
It's a bit inefficient, but it's fine.
Yeah, I think it hits efficiency at like 2 stacks, and then at 10 it's just disgusting.
Maybe even 1 stack, yeah.
Yeah, and then at 10 it's disgusting. But here is this important Drake fight.
Yeah, and it seems like OPG has
Simon is very far away from his team.
He is.
Tier1's keeping Simon at bay, and
2,500 health. There is a Bard ult. They're going to try and get onto them, but now everyone enters, and oh my god, 𝗀𝗃! He's absolutely won them this fight. He did so much damage. PHT's desperately trying to get out. Levi secures the Drake, and it's just going to be the cleanup.
Levi.
This is where GAM takes the reins back. Oh my.
And the damage coming out of Levi and 𝗀𝗃's ultimate combo just knock up into the barrel, so much burst for the 2 ADCs to clean up.
Yep.
That's another Dragon to GAM. They are on Ocean Soul point now, even still behind in gold.
Let's have a look at this replay.
Again. I think
Yulwei run us through.
Yeah, there we go. So that's it's very laggy sadly, but of course we see the super great start immediately force out all the kills on the other side. And now look at PHT. What is he doing? Why in this direction, PHT? You don't want to go there.
Yeah.
He could have just teleported behind and walked away from the fight. And
So
speaking of
looking-
PhD,
Oh, we come back to live. PHT is dead. Simon desperately wants to get something there. Levi with a risky belly bop, but will not be punished. Double kill for 𝗖𝗄𝗃. And when GAM gets angry, all teams should be feared.
Okay, so in defense of PHT, he had level 2 ult, and so because Realm Warp's weird, you have it's very binary on the distance you can go. So I think he just had his mouse slightly too close to the short distance and got screwed over by that. Whereas the long distance would have taken him under his tower or at least across into Tribrush.
Maybe.
Well, not Tribrush, but the on the brush near the near Red Tower.
Yeah. Potentially.
So,
Well,
I think that's what he was going for, but it would have, definitely been safer to just go the other way.
but regardless, yeah, I mean, he does go down, and I mean, GAM, they're only 200 gold ahead, barely even that. It's pretty much dead even on the gold, but 𝗚𝗔𝗘 point is just critical.
and they seem to be so far ahead in team fighting, even though the enemy team has almost 3 items of Aphelios. So what happened to 𝗖𝗄𝗃 and Simon here in the bot lane? Seems like Simon won the initial trade once again, then PhT. Overzealous. Oh,
that
God.
I mean,
He can't LTPs
that's
anymore.
just
That is so
communication.
sad to watch.
That's just communication. Simon clearly didn't want to continue the fight. He was hitting the Wukong clone to heal. Just don't fight.
PhT is a very hypey boy, hyphy. Like he likes to go for the plays, right? So he probably saw the opportunity, saw 𝗖𝗄𝗃 drop low. He was like, he doesn't have all W. He can come in. We can kill him. And Simon was like, nope. But the TP was already pressed, and PhT gets punished for that bad decision.
You see the opportunity. You press your D key, and you're like, oh, there's a jungle there. Guess I'm dead. And that's just the unfortunate reality.
Press your D key? What do you mean? He didn't flash?
I'm gonna slap
A,
you.
guys, it's A.
Okay.
To be fair,
yes,
he actually
PhT
does have
his flash on D, but he's
I'm vindicated.
that's incorrect. It shush.
I'm vindicated, baby.
No, you're not.
But yeah, it is beginning to turn in GAM's favour for sure. Look at the top lane CS now. It is 50 CS in the favour of 𝗖𝗄𝗃, despite him being down about 20 throughout the lane phase. Simon has fallen off. He's gone for a wacky build as well.
I want to actually see all the numbers for 20-minute top lane Volibear CS deficits. Because I feel like every single the Volibear in the VCS is 50 plus CS down at 20 minutes.
Yep.
I mean, to be fair, Stark is like 80% of all the top lane Volibears, so
Yeah, true.
might be a little bit skewed, but still.
It's
not looking great.
The Volibear build is, other than the Black Cleaver instead of Triforce thing, the Righteous Glory is normal. That's fine. There's a lot of AD damage on the side of GAM. You want that Righteous Glory to get in as fast as you can, and you want as much armor as you can, because it's just Levi, and Levi's not going to do all that much to you as a big tanky fella.
It's true. But still...
1.0, 3 items done for Vid, so he's super strong now. He's actually sitting on a bounty, even though he's 0/0/0, so farming well. Same, of course, goes for 𝗎𝗓𝗏 on the other side.
The lack of a Bramble Vest into double bulk is a little bit questionable.
Bold. Yeah.
But...
no healing reduction, actually. No grievous wounds whatsoever against the double
This
ball.
is Ocean Soul fight. This is where the game gets decided.
This is absolutely critical. Levi steps forward. The dragon started. We have to keep our eyes on Vid. He's got good guns. He said Simon is on the side. 3,000 health. The Ash Arrow will come in. There's a Bard ult. Doesn't hit much of anything. There's the combo again. Vid goes straight down. PhT has to flash over. The dragon is secured by DK. It's the consolation prize. Can he get anything in the back line? Absolutely not. It's just Simon left. And they stop the 𝗚𝗔𝗘. But at what cost?
5 kills. That is the cost. 5 kills, Baron, and the game on top of that. That was way... Vid completely misplayed the fight once again. He had 𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗃, he had or Mikaels from Xin available to him. He had his flash and still got caught by all the CC, still got bursted down. You need to flash 𝗀𝗃𝗃 engage. He didn't do that. All the items did go to Vayne, and now the game's just over.
Yeah, the 5 kills, triple kill to the Wukong and a Baron on top of this. Dia's already set up to knock down a turret on top of that straight away. There's a teleport coming in, and
we could see 𝗀𝗏𝗏 DCing there because I was about to say 𝗀𝗏𝗏's not even hitting Baron, and then there was a pause, which does explain it. Not the most stable game at the moment. But let's have a look at this replay. Yulwei, break it down for us.
Look at Simon. He's very far away from his team. He looks for the flank, but he has to be the front line. And you can see Vid. Of course, he tries to cleanse and get away, but it's a knock up. So he needed to cleanse flash. And instead, he just got kicked away from Levi once again. They just locked him down. Perfect focus. And Simon arrives, but he's still full HP here. He didn't offer his team anything, and then he's tank. So he just goes down slowly, but surely.
I want to point out great awareness from DK after he got knocked around a bit. He realized that they'd sort of left him alone to chase the kills, and he was like, "I'll burst this dragon then, thank you."
Yep.
Are they subbing 𝗀𝗏𝗏 out mid-game? He just got up.
What?
He actually just got up. Maybe he needs to go to the bathroom?
I think they want to get under his desk.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably what it is. They're probably switching the out. But maybe 𝗀𝗏𝗏 will sit back down. Then they'll just put they'll say, "Oh yeah, this is 𝗀𝗏𝗏. When he was backstage, he got a quick haircut." Interesting. I mean, the game, as you said, Yulwei, it kind of just ended. I don't think OPG can ever win a fight now.
Yeah, no, it's looking very unlikely. They still have the items to do it, right? They still have Rise of Ilias. The enemy team overextends into the backline, and you ever get a good setup for your carries to shine. It's always possible, but now it's such a big gold lead. 𝗀𝗃𝗃 seems to have a very easy time getting into the backline. And Levi's, Gragas in teamfights is absolutely insane. We've seen him time and time again just turn teamfights, control all, or just threaten the backline with a CC. So it's going to be so hard to play for Vid. He had the perfect opportunity to cleanse Flash away and carry the teamfight. Didn't do that. Now his Flash is still available, so maybe he can actually wake up for the next fight. But
I think Simon needs to change what he's doing. He
needs for sure.
Because he's looking for these flanks, but they see, okay, Volibear's not here, engage. And they have a really good engage on the side of GAM, so Simon needs to be there from the word go and just block that.
Volibear isn't even a good flanker at the first place.
Well,
like Volibear's a champ is not good at flanking. He has 1 CC.
Ooh, hello, we're back in the game, boys, and 𝗀𝗏 a little bit overextended, as 𝗀𝗏 often is, and he will pay with his life.
Get there?
I don't know.
𝗀𝗏 went, instead of going to Baron, he went and broke the bottom outer, and he was caught recalling by a teleport.
All right, Vinnie with the reads. All right.
I saw the teleport coming just before the pause. So.
Take credit, dude. Take the credit. We're giving it to you. No.
Oh, come on.
𝗀𝗏 asking for a chrono break. Come on. Why are we still here? Come on. It's been... Why is this series been going for This series has been going for 2.5 hours when I said it was going to be over in 44 minutes.
Yeah, 𝗀𝗃𝗃 striking again. Currently, it's just too strong. Such a powerful tool.
It's true.
Honestly,
Yulwei,
it should be banned.
We've got to pause.
That curse is just too good.
We've got to pause, Yulwei. And I don't know how much there is to talk about with this game being over. I'm going to test something. What are Lilia's abilities called?
Ooh.
Oh, God, I have no idea. Yeah. What is the seat called?
I know her E.
Watch out, 𝗃𝗏 is the W.
Yep, watch out, 𝗃𝗏 is the W. What's her E?
Watch out, 𝗃𝗏. I have... Trigger seat? No, that's something different.
That's
Ivan.
Nico.
That's Ivan.
Ivan, right.
Yeah,
it's
it's
Ivan.
shield.
But it's still something like a seed.
Swirl seed.
Yeah, whirl seed, okay. No idea what the Q is. What is the Q called?
I don't know. I was hoping you knew.
Poisoned 𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗃. That's what I call it.
I don't remember her Q. I think her ult is Lilting Lullaby. I think. It's something Lullaby.
Definitely
for sure.
something with lullaby.
Yeah, I think it's Lilting Lullaby, and I don't remember what her Q is.
Are you already hyped for calling out Watch Out 𝗚𝗃 in team fights?
Oh, dude, I'm so keen for that. Are you kidding? You know who's not keen at the moment, though, is Simon, as he's having to lumber away. Levi catches up, does slow him down. 𝗬𝗏 on the chase, and there's a barrel to knock him back, but there's a Realm Warp arriving. 2 people in it. It's 2 very strong members as well, as Vit and PHT are on the chase. Another hit will land. 𝗬𝗏 will be going down. Teleport arrives, as does the Ash Arrow. Slay throws a hook. Xin can't hit much of anything. Cyclone doing the disruption, but this is an OPG fight at the moment. 𝗬𝗏𝗃 goes in, dealing a lot of damage. There's the shutdown, and it's going to be another turnaround here. Levi goes back in. Slay in the middle of the enemy team. 𝗎𝗏 gaining all the damage. Levi's the final target, and OPG. Oh, wait, Levi gets the double kill, but there, he finally goes down.
Levi's a god. This Gragas team fighting is absolutely insane to watch. He's playing Gragas like he was the main damage dealer in the team. What is that?
Zin's super clutch with that cosmic binding, able to just stop 𝗎𝗏, because otherwise 𝗎𝗏 was going to clean that fight up so hard.
Finally, Vit got to play the game.
Levi,
Look at Vit in this team fight.
Let's get a breakdown here. Vinny, run us through this fight as it plays out.
So here they've collapsing onto the 2 members, and 𝗬𝗏 puts out a lot with culling, but the long range Gravitum does. Xin missing his flash, Slay missing his flash hook is important here, because it means 𝗂𝗃 and isn't really able to get that much done. And then 𝗎𝗏 shows up with Levi, and they're able to put out so much damage. Then this just clips the wall from Xin, and then it's just over. And
Levi smurfed
Levi
so hard at this fight. Levi was absolutely insane in that fight. Wow.
Yeah,
perfect re-engage for push E on the 2 main targets. Then he Zhonya's to buy time for Slay to come in and flay everyone backwards. Then he E's again on the 2 main targets, gets the double kill, so they can't even push in for any other objective. That was the most impressive jungle team fight I think we've seen all season. That was so well done.
I made a horrible mistake because I saw that fight brewing and assumed that GAM's so far ahead. I'll do a bit of Rap God casting, which is not my forte. And then it was that fight. And once you start, you can't stop. So, apologies. I probably missed like half the abilities there. So.
That was a crazy fight with just like so much everything going by inches. That meant that stopped GAM from running away with it, but also meant that GAM was able to turn around with just these minor plays.
Oh, hello. We've got that fight number 2 because every dragon has to be a fight because it's Ocean Soul for GAM if they get it. 𝗬𝗏 is on the flank. 4k health on the dragon as it begins to heal. Again, Xin missing a Bard ult. Not really good enough. 𝗂𝗃 wants to find a way in. They pulled the trigger. There's the barrel. DK so low. He's what matters. Simon in the pit trying to pull the attention. 2k health on the dragon. And there it is. The Ocean Soul is secured. And they dive back in. Levi bops them all with the big old belly. 𝗬𝗏 traded there for DK. Vit will come out of this Guardian Angel and wish he never had, as they're going to burst him down instantly. Simon will follow him, and the health bars are healing up. Triple kill for Levi on the Gragas. He's earned his drinks.
And as that smite comes down, 𝗎𝗏 is on like a quarter health. By the end of the fight, he's on 3/4. He heals so much over the course of that fight off the Ocean Soul and the lifesteal he has in his build path. And that's the game from here, because now there's next to no hope. We were saying that earlier, but now there is actually next to no hope. You cannot kill 𝗎𝗏 behind 𝗂𝗃, behind Slay. And even if you do, 𝗬𝗏 is going to run you over?
Yeah. You're choosing your death now. Whoever you focus, the rest of the team will kill you.
Levi is posing such a big problem for both of the mobile carries. Look at PHT in this fight and how he just blows up.
Yep. He does almost nothing.
Can't do anything. Hits Zhonya's and immediately dies afterwards. Not quite immediately afterwards, but
he's not dealing any damage, is the thing.
Yeah, he flashes away here, so he still has almost no damage done.
Ooh.
Now finally gets some damage in, but now is too close to 𝗎𝗏, so in the end he just dies. He's level 16 Rise. He should be able to solo carry fights, but he just can't enter.
We have a desperation play out of OPG. Levi is dead.
Never got caught.
I'm not sure how that's happened, but it might give a Baron over to OPG. There's the start. Simon blocks the arrow, has to pop that ult early, but instantly dies. The healing is absurd, and that is a Baron secured, but will any of them get out? 𝗬𝗏 has to run away. The Realm Warp from PHT to get him into a good position. They are dealing a lot of damage, but it's only the one member left alive. 𝗀𝗃𝗃 dashes over the wall. PHT brings him with the blast cone, and now it's going to be a monkey hunting the mage. Can he catch him? Might not be able to, as he gets away, but only one Baron buff escapes.
The damage out of Rise, it's late game Rise, baby.
It's pretty nutty, but it's just not enough.
That was also a big crit from 𝗁𝗏 following. They really hit the burst there on 𝗀𝗏𝗃, I think it was, who just disappeared. Yeah.
This may well be the game,
of the
boys. Ooh,
but you saw how fast Simon just dropped against 𝗀𝗏𝗃, who has built that crit.
Yeah.
Just melted.
Yeah, Simon is just a little bit of a meatball. He's going to go down almost all the time as the first member to go down. OPG actually almost just lost the Baron too, because DK completely messed up his smite on the Baron. Luckily enough, 𝗁𝗏 had enough burst damage to still pick it up. And now they have Baron, but they lost one inhibitor at least. So that happened to Levi.
Okay. Well, he died.
Yeah, well played from PHT and Simon. Good coordination, using their mobility spells.
Coming out with the TP. PHT is getting a number of these, getting picks with the home guards on the teleport, so... It was
PHT trying to zone away
Look at the healing. Look at the
Simon
healing
there.
for GAM.
Yeah.
They just don't take damage.
And now keeps your eyes on 𝗀𝗏𝗃 and how he pops. I actually hit him here. Yeah, that's more the damage from 𝗁𝗏 there. A lot of AD crits coming in.
Oh, yeah.
Hitting the big crits on the Aphelios. Of course, on 4 items already, so has hit his full 200 years power spike.
I mean, it's Aphelios. It's the rise of the bot lane. Get to level 16 and everything just explodes.
Yeah,
but they still haven't built a single heal reduction item, by the way. PHT is working on his Morelos, which will cut his damage quite short.
The game's over!
Oh. And, I mean...
Alright, Yulwei?
𝗚𝗏 will... yeah.
Oh, sorry, no, make your point. I'm sorry, I didn't want to cut you off. Make your point.
So 𝗚𝗏 will always point at a Morelos as it's built and be like, where's the healing? But if healing comes in later, you want that Morelos already made. Pre-build your Morelos, peoples.
Yeah, it's true. I think 𝗚𝗏's point is when there's no
healing. That's a dangerous thing to say.
I think, no. I mean, 𝗚𝗏, he's not stupid, right? If you build a first item at Morelos against a Sylas, it doesn't actually get that much value until a little bit later on, but 𝗚𝗏 won't flame you for that. Let's be fair. He does recognize potential healing as well. Look, I don't always agree with how 𝗚𝗏 delivers his opinions, but I often do agree with his points. But let's not dwell on it. We have another pause. What needs to be said has been said. So Yulwei and Vinnie, you can join in. Got another challenge for you. What are Yone's abilities called?
I have no idea. I haven't even looked at them. I only know he has 2 swords.
I don't even know what Yasuo's abilities are. What do you want from me?
Okay, I'll ask you better. What do they do?
I only know one. Right, so...
Oh, Yone's abilities?
Yeah, what do they all do?
Know that.
He can jump back, right? With his W or something?
So his Q is similar to Yasuo's in that, but it's only got a 2-stack thing where you Q it twice, and then instead of throwing a tornado, he dashes forward to do the knock-up.
Well, I think it is still the 3rd, but yes.
Yeah. His W is... I've forgotten his W.
Oh my god. Okay, so I'm going to change...
D and his alt.
Alright, so I'm going to change the question up because I've just looked at his Leaguepedia page. What are his... So he has 2 swords, right? And he has the basic attack thing?
Yes.
What are his swords called?
Oh my. They have
Do you
names?
know? No, not names. Not specifically. But they have names. I'll give you a hint. His normal sword is just called Steel Sword. but his demon sword is called something else. I'm just reading this page, and there is some ridiculous shit in here.
I've got no clue. Demon sword of soul sucking, monster hunting. I don't know.
His 𝗂𝗃𝗃 sword.
Huh?
So
Okay.
to answer the initial question, his abilities are: his passive is Way of the Hunter. His Q is Mortal Steel. His W, which is his big slash forward, and he gets a shield. His Spirit Cleave. His dashy thing where he goes into spirit form is Soul Unbound. And then his ult is Fate Sealed. Bit of Yone.
Ult do and again.
His ult is so after winding up his strike, Yone blinks in the target direction, and after 0.1 seconds, all enemies between Yone and his casting position are stunned and then dealt equal parts physical and magic damage and pulled towards Yone over 0.1 seconds and subsequently knocked up for 0.75 seconds.
He strikes me as an AD Diana.
A little bit.
Very similar, yeah.
He is AD at Diana, right? He can only go one direction. He doesn't really have much mobility. He has a lot of burst damage. Is a little bit tankier, but not super tanky.
He's kind of like a Zed cross with Diana, yeah.
Yeah.
The W
Not as
sort of
mobile
works,
though.
The W works a lot like the Zed shadows and like Deathmark in a way.
It kind of does.
The E works a lot like Deathmark.
But the thing is that his body doesn't go with him like Zed's does, so it's not as much.
Yeah, it's more like
damage.
Zoe ultimate, right?
It's like Zoe's. It's a sort of cross between Zoe's ultimate and that, in the sense that you have to go back to that first position at some point.
Yeah,
but
it's also much less damage. I've seen people complaining, "Oh, it's going to be overpowered." It's Zed's ultimate on a basic ability. It's like, okay, except when Zed ults, he triples his damage because he throws a W and has his body.
It's obviously not as much damage.
Yeah, I know you're not. I know you're not saying that, but Reddit has been saying, "Oh, it's." Of course, Yasuo 2.0 has Z ult on an E. It's like, okay, except it's literally going to do a third the damage. It's not that bad, guys.
Design strikes me as something that will never really be pro-viable if it's balanced.
I mean,
I think it's a good setup. I actually think I know this is a meme, and I think it's intentional from the designers. I think Yone Yasuo is a ridiculous bot lane. I know Vinny's been saying that. I think that's a disgusting bot lane.
I don't know if it'll be a...
Can he be played support?
Double Steel Shoal Guards. They'll both farm.
Yeah. I definitely think they can be. I definitely think they can be.
But Double Shoulder Guards doesn't work anymore. You have the gold punishment.
Oh, true. I don't know. Maybe. Then it'll probably just be top mid. I think Yone will be a good top laner. I actually think he'll end up top, not
or jungle mid or something.
I don't think he'll stay in. Yeah, he could. He absolutely could. I don't think he'll be in the mid lane for very long, unless he's completely broken. If he can 100 to 0 people, then yeah, he's a mid laner. If it's a bit more fair.
I feel like he's more of a mid laner than a top laner because of his kit. He has no escape. He has he only jumps forward, which is better in mid lane.
His Q can
I just think he will abuse melees. I just think he'll abuse melee top laners. But we are back in game. So we'll come back to a bit of Yone when Yone actually is revealed. I'm keen to cast him. I like flashy champions. I want some Lilia. Give me some Lilia. Way cooler. But it is going to be GAM bearing down onto this base.
You don't have to listen to Lilia on this cast, so...
No, I don't. Thank God. I hate her voice. I hate it. I like her lines, is the thing. I actually like her character. I just can't stand her voice. Why did they hire an Englishman, or an English woman, I should say, to do a Scottish accent? Just hire a Scot.
There is one thing going for her voice, though. It's not Korean Lysandra.
True. True. It's not Korean Lysandra.
Do you know Korean Lucian? He's not much better.
Oh, is he? I've not heard that one.
I mean, he's pretty bad, but he's not as loud.
I mean, I think
he's not quite as loud.
I still
not quite as often.
I still think
he only screams the ultimate.
I still think that was one of the best April Fool's jokes. Oh, hang on, we might come back to it as Zin gets caught out. This is a bit of an April Fool joke that this game is still going. As he throws out the Tempered Fate, Levi really is all gold everything, but in goes 𝗀𝗃𝗏. Vit trying to kite back, but his guns are not good. That's going to be the double kill here for Levi on the side. Simon and 𝗀𝗏 are having a bit of a scrap. 𝗀𝗏 coming out behind, but it's a triple kill now. That could be interesting, but Levi gets shut down. But GAM, it won't matter. They win the fight. They've got the minion wave there. And it was a long series plagued by pauses. But it will be the win. GAM come in easy peasy, lemon squeezy over OPG. And we're going to head straight back to the beach to have a bit of a talk about that one. Here we go, boys. Yulwei, you can start us off.
I forgot
what were your
that game.
Yeah, me too. But Yulwei's got a big old brain, so he can break it down for us.
Very disappointing series for GAM, in my opinion. They showed a lot of weird individual misplays, very bad positioning, especially from 𝗀𝗏, time and time again getting caught in side lanes. So a little bit of a regression to the early season form. I'm not really willing to call GAM a bad team now after this, because it could just be that they are not prepared for OPG. So just play a little bit of solo queue style and go in.
Opponent's level.
Yeah, that's a good call.
But
yeah, Levi absolutely insane on Gragas. His Gragas is a treat to watch. I really like his team fighting on this champion. He's so aggressive and still so precise. Hits all the stuns, all the CC. Yeah. Incredible.
It looks like a little bit of disconnect in the other game between Levi, Slay, and 𝗀𝗃𝗏, but
yeah, that one play.
Other than that, Levi played the game pretty much immaculately. So like his team fighting was impeccable on that.
Mm-hmm.
And team fights in general were pretty much impeccable from GAM outside that one, but that was more just a really good position setup from OPG.
Yep. And of course, so the MVP for Game 3, pretty safe to say Levi. Both of you agree?
I'd give an honorable mention to 𝗀𝗏𝗏 because he came in and
I definitely give the honorable.
The team looks so much better. But
I definitely give the honorable mention, but
I'm happy with Levi.
Your way?
Yeah, Levi for me too.
Of course, and he will also be winning our player of the series. It will be Levi. His jungling was fantastic. The Graves, a little bit iffy, but his first and third game were fantastic.
He did his best.
He did.
It's Grace. What can you do? It's just Grace. Yeah.
Bad champion, yeah. But anyway, with that, our first series finally draws to a close, and I know we all need a little bit of a break after how long that one took. It was meant to be a relaxing day. We came down to the beach thinking we would unwind after 2 days of very serious games, but apparently OPG resented that. But
apparently this was the hype day.
Yep, and I've also just noticed, apparently, despite this being a still image, the tide has gone out, and I'm in the sand. Help. I'm buried, help. But anyway, we'll be back in a little bit, guys. Don't go anywhere. The stream will restart at some point to clip the VOD, but doesn't matter. We'll be back in plenty of time. See you guys then.